Respected students, so this Udemy course which you have purchased, so what things will be covered in this Udemy course that I will tell you. There are total 13 to 15 sections where the first thing which is there like MNC scenario based interview questions which were asked to me, like MNC companies like TCS, Accenture, IBM. So there are 3535 questions which I have inserted in every video properly. Practically I have told you in this video, and even theoretical like some few scenario based questions which were asked in second technical round, that I have uploaded in this Udemy course. So the second thing is like practical exposure on project, like let's say data group concept is there, slicer optimization is there, how UI changes are done in real time projects. Okay, or if at the time of interview, if any company sends you the data set and tells you to create the Power BI file, so in that case you can also implement those practical exposure also, and these you have to do in real time project also, and while working in company or while practicing also you can do it. Okay, so these are the two things. So the third thing is the most important thing, 100% asked question in interview is that RLS and many to many concept. So dynamic practical RLS concept I have told in this Udemy course. Okay, so like how that user access management sheet is imported, how the DAX is written, what to do in modeling, what to do in Power BI service, how to set up the roles. Okay, manage roles and view as everything, email IDs. So RLS practical things I have done, and even I have uploaded Power BI file also for that. So you can download that data set and you can practically do on your laptop also. Okay, you will need a proper laptop for it and Power BI desktop install in it. Okay, even SQL part is also covered, like one video is there of SQL. Okay, so even SQL theory questions are there. And coming to many concepts, so many to many concepts, how we can create a bridge table, everything that part also I have created, and how you can overcome many to many relationship. Now the fourth thing is Power Query tutorial, real time how work is there. Two parts are there of 30 minutes. Around 18 to 20 points I have told in Power Query tutorial, how we work when we are working on real time, or in interview what questions can be asked from Power Query. Okay, and the last part is like documentation part, like things to take care before publishing the PBX file. These questions are even asked, like what things you should take care, schedule refresh, and all those things. And the last point, again I'm telling, SQL theoretical questions also I have uploaded here in this course, Udemy course. You can check it properly, around 8 to 10 SQL theoretical questions, practical questions are also there. You can check it properly. Okay, and make sure that you are completing this Udemy course properly, all videos you are checking, and see, you can also check our other Udemy course also. There we have got 4.7 rating. This is also the best course. You can properly check everything. If you are having any questions, you can comment, I will reply there. And make sure you are giving at the end rating and review also. Okay, so now let's you can start with your this Udemy course journey, and make sure properly you complete this course, and if you like you can share with your friends also. Thank you. Today's video is about the practical dynamic RLS tutorial end to end. So all these 6 things we are going to discuss, I am going to show you practically. Okay, so like the first point is of user access management sheet. Okay, then how to do data modeling for RLS, creating the roles. You all know that from this modeling tab, if you will see this modeling tab here, we create the manage roles. Okay, and then we will discuss view ads and test roles in BI service. And the last point, you will not find a single video on YouTube or even on internet also, information is not that how to set up RLS for second dimension also. You all know that RLS we apply on the region basis and all those things, but let's say on postal code or company also, if client wants, then how to set up the RLS for second dimension also. Okay, so that we are going to discuss. First of all, see, in real time the user access management sheet is either on Excel with like SharePoint or OneDrive, or it is directly fetched from SQL or Azure. Okay, but here, as I want to tell you how to create the custom table also, so I will create the user access management sheet here in front of you. But in real time project, you are either going to fetch from SharePoint or OneDrive or from SQL or Azure Databricks, Snowflake, whatever it is, your view is created, from there you will fetch. Okay, so now let's create this table. Okay, so first column will be ID, second will be name, third will be email address, the most important column, and the fourth will be region. And the second dimension which is there on postal code, that I will tell you afterwards. Okay, that we will add afterwards. I will even tell you how to add that. So now ID1, ID2. So here name, I will give my name, uh, Vinayak, now Ganesh. Email, we will add this. Okay, see this is my Power BI account. Okay, so if you will see, I have created one dummy account, so that email address I will add here now. Okay, and one more email address I will add. I am having which it's 900. Yeah, yeah, this is one more email address which is having. On North America, we will create region APS. So just a request, stay till end, see properly this video. Okay, end to end, you will understood everything. Now we will give it name as RLS table. See, ID we have added, name we have added. Okay, email address, region, everything we have added properly. Okay, now let's load this table. Now see, after the user access management sheet, okay, so see this first point is done. Okay, so now let's go to the this second point of data modeling in RLS. Okay, now let's go to this is account and RLS table is there. Okay, see, I guess automatically it has fetched the auto detect is on. Yeah, auto detect is on. So see, found no relationship because it has already auto detected. So RLS table we have connected with our dimension table which is there of account, which is having region column, and maybe one more, yeah, even see with territories also it has found a region, so it has connected. But the main is like on accounts it is main, like it is main table. So on dimension table we connect, and dimension is again connected to the fact table which is having foreign key, so it will automatically filter. Okay, so I will see once again show you here properly. Let's edit this relationship and see on region, and even the records are matching North America, fuzzy option, no issues. Okay, spelling and everything is fine. APS is also the record in the accounts table. I will show you that also. Okay, so let's go to the account table. uh, where is region? Yeah, region here, and we might see APS is also one more record. Okay, so now first 2 points has been created. Now let's create the role. Okay, now let's go to modeling tab and manage role, and let's create two roles which are on North America. Okay, and the second one is APSC. So on North America, let's go to RLS table, and on RLS table we will switch to DAX editor, and we have to pass this user principal name. Okay, and let's pass this email here. Okay, save it. This is the way to create the roles. Now let's go to the second point, sorry, second role, and user principal name, again email address. Okay, now let's save it. Okay, now it is saved. Now let's go to view and see, you are able to see this role. So user, other user, you have to click your email address, you have to pass. Okay, for North America this email is there na. So okay, just let me show you once again. So see here in RLS table, you are able to see for North America this email is there, 636. Okay, so on that we will check. So let's go to our first page which is our main page. Okay, I will remove this slicer for a minute so that I can show you properly once again how to add that. So other user, this email on North America, we will check and check this filter. Okay. Right now it is showing 7.6 million dollars. Okay. Now let us remove. So we were checking on region basis. So now let's add this slicer of region. For account region we have added. Okay. Let's take this slicer here. See, if you will filter on North America here, whole report. So right now it's $10, $10.1 million. So if you are clicking $7.6 million, okay. So even with this also what we found, okay, with North America other users, let's verify it. So what we have found, so it was showing same only. See here, now you are able to see the filter. Okay, and here only now this North America filter is showing. It means it is filtering properly. Okay, so now see, the first point has been done, user access management sheet. The second has been done, data modeling. Okay, the third, which is there, create role, also we have done, and view as also we have done. So afterwards, now what is the next step? The next step is now to go to this publish. Okay, now we will publish this report, and now we will set up the roles in the Power BI service. So Indian Paradise Trainer is our workspace name. Select the workspace. Now replace it. Okay, it is getting published. This is the most 100% asked interview question, either in the first round or second round, dynamic RLS setup. So please check this from your end and even try to do it. Okay, and now let's refresh this file once again. Okay, and let's go to the security part, and see here you are able to see the two roles now, which because we have created there. So in North America you have to add this email. Okay, so Vinayak Kadam it is showing, because here if you will see email, it is having Vinayak Kadam there. So by default it has shown. So add this now, and now save this, and after saving, even you have to test as a role here. This is the most important point to verify and check in Power BI service also. So in Power BI service also, you are able to see only on North America this slicer, and see this 7.6 million. Okay, this is the end-to-end way to create the dynamic RLS. Okay, so you have, I'm hoping that you have seen this video till this point, and now we will check the last point, which is the most important thing. You will never find this on internet, or sorry, till today you have never seen this on internet. Now we will check. Okay, now let's say this was our user access management sheet. In our video we have created from here, but in real time we get from the SQL itself. Okay, so now what my client has said, that Vinayak wants to see on North America, but even postal code is there. Okay, let's say this postal code is there 36109, which is of Vinayak only, of that particular region only. So I want on that postal code also. So now let's go. Okay, now let's edit this our custom table. How to edit? Just go to RLS table and click on this gear icon. Okay, after gear icon, click on this plus button. Okay, 36109 it was, and 53. Okay, these two postal codes we have added. Now let's go and reload this. See 36109, and let's verify whether 36109 it is there. So now we have added. So now again go to modeling tab. We have to create one more role. Let's create for postal code. Let's give it 36109 only. And here on RLS you have to pass again username is equal to email. But here one more additional thing what you have to do, go on this account table, because see right now why we have to do it, I will tell you the reason. Because right now this table is connected on, okay, region to region, and again you have to filter for postal code to postal code. So now there will be only one active relationship between two tables. So this is the reason and with inactive it is not going to filter. So this is the reason why we have to write one more dax on top of that. So let's write now this dax. Okay, postal code in calculate table. Okay, calculate table DAX we will use along with values. You all know that with treaters also we use values, but here with calculate table we will use. Then now RLS table we will pass. Okay, and then email address now we will pass here. Here one and here user name. Okay, bracket close. Save this. So yeah, it is saved. Now again we will go to view as. See, one more role has been created. Other user. Now check this. Huh? This is right now $10.1 million. Now it will show for that postal code only. See, $109 K it has shown. So now same way, what we did here with slicer, we will check in Power BI desktop also re-verification, which is known as unit testing. It is the work of Power BI developer. Now let's go to this postal code. Let's remove this region. Let's add this. Let's on this search functionality because there are many codes now. So 36109 C. It is showing 109K dollars only. So now let's again. Now what is the next step after view ads? Again we have to publish and again we have to add email to that test role and again test as a role. Okay, so now again let's replace this. Okay, so now here automatically it will get add. See, even I am showing you practically bit, but if you want to do this thing practically now, let me know. I will publish this pbx file or I will give this pbx file in the video description link also. If I will get many comments for this pbx file, then I will upload that pbx file and then you can download that pbx file from that description link. Google Drive link I will add. Okay, so comment below if you want this pbx file, if you want to even practice on your own also. So after refreshing, see here one more postal code has came. Now let's click on this. Let's copy this email address. Let's add this. Okay, add save. Now test as role. So now let's go again here and go to, we have created second role also. So just refresh once this file. Okay, as two roles has been created, go to security once again and after refreshing just test as a role. Okay, so see here right now design app $109 K. Okay, so it is showing on both the dimensions now, whether on region or postal code also. So this video is about how to create mapping table or bridge table. ठीक है? Why we create mapping table or bridge table? The reason is because when we work on modeling, if you see there while connecting the two tables, if you see there is many to many relationship between two tables and you want to connect that table for creating the KPIs and all those things, and if many to many relationship is coming, so we have to create the mapping table, the bridge table. Okay, this is one of the most 100% asked question in the logical scenario based round, that is second technical round. So today we are going to see how to create mapping and bridge table. So now I am going to tell you little bit about this data, okay, this relationship, and will tell you what data is there and how to create the mapping table and connect on one to many relationship. Now let's start with the video. Now you are able to see here there is like we are having relationship. So you can see one to many relationship on date table. It is calendar table, date, here date, here date, here date, and here on year basis it is. Okay. So now in our data there is one column known as municipality. So on that municipality also means we have to connect. So you are able to see here active relationship, but many to many relationship it is there. So now I will tell you, if you will go here to this our report view. Okay, now if you will see this municipality column, okay, let's say now if you see here count like 143 k count are there. Okay, now I will show you for all the tables properly in detail how data assessment and all those things are done, that I will teach you right now in this video. Okay, so now let's again go to count. Now here we will go to this delivery points, again count. Okay, then electric mobis, which table it is, active energy. Okay, okay, and we are able to see here this monthly consumption, and there are these many values. Okay, now remote work orders, and now we have seen the count for all the municipalities column which is there, and we have seen the count. Now let's see whether any distinct values are there. So if you will see count distinct, so it became 279. If you will see here count distinct 278, no, here also only 278. Okay, so there are not a primary key is not building only, here also 278. Or if you will see count distinct, here also 278. And let's see at least if this is there, because 479 records are only there. So let's see here on count distinct, see this also 192. So what we are able to see that in this all municipalities column there is not a single primary key, all the values are repetitive only. This now on count distinct I have taken, but if you will see the values, see, 143 k rows are there. So not a single column is there which is having non-repetitive values, or we can consider it as primary key. Not a single column we have got that we can consider it as primary key. So now to create the primary key, we will create a mapping table. So even I will show you here also. Let's say uh, we are trying to build the relationship between active energy and remote work order, and let's say on we have seen municipality only here and municipality only. So see, many to many relationship is building. Why it is building many to many relationship? क्यों build हो रहा है many to many? क्योंकि आपने अभी देखा कि वहां पे जब हम 6 कॉलम हमने जब पास किए, तो उसमें एक भी ऐसा कॉलम नहीं था जिसमें यूनिक वैल्यूज है. 100 के रोज दिखा रहा है और यूनिक 278 478 ऐसा दिखा रहा था. सो नॉट अ सिंगल प्राइमरी की इज देयर. So now what we will do, we will build a mapping table which will connect active energy or remote or anything with that. And now I will tell how to create mapping table. Okay, let's create mapping table. We will give it is name as mapping table only, we will write. Okay, let's say calculate table, then values. In that values we will pass municipality control minus. Huh. Then bracket close and not bracket open is blank, because if any blank is there then it should remove also. Okay, bracket close, enter. Okay, so now you are able to see how many rows are there. 192 rows are there. Let's say again I will show you now the mapping table which I have taken. I will show you count for it. Okay, what is the count for it? 192. What is the distinct count for it? Same, 192. But for earlier, we were able to see the count is 100k, 200k, but the distinct count is 278, 280 something. But here count and distinct count are same only. So now what we understood, we have created primary key. We have created region mapping table, we have created primary key. Now we can go here. Now we can manage relationship, select new relationship. Okay, active whatever it is, and mapping table. So now go here to municipality, many to one relationship. Okay, many to one, save it. Okay, and one more which we wanted was like whatever the main tables are that you can select here. Active energy contract and remote work is quite important, so I am selecting that both. Again, municipality to municipality, many to many relationship it has happened. Okay, also always check this direction also. This is also main thing. This is the way to create the mapping table or bridge table. This is the most heated 100% asked question in the interview. Definitely in second round it will be asked, and you have to answer this properly only. That we analyze first with cards all the our columns with count and distinct count. We found that all the values are repetitive only, foreign keys only there, like we can say, and tried to build the relationship also in modeling view. It was creating many to many. So after that I've created a mapping table with this calculatable values not in blank, and then connected on one to many relationship. This is the best way to avoid many to many relationship. This is the best answer. Okay, today's video is about the summarized DAX, where we are going to check how to calculate the average, sum, and the multiple measures on the basis of dimension also. So properly we are going to check the summarized DAX functions, which is one of the most important function used in real-time project. Let me tell you, summarize is nothing but like group by only, where you do the grouping of the data on basis of dimension. Whatever your category name, subcategory name, dimension is there, you do that, and then you pass average and sum in it. Okay, so today we will check how to write that DAX, summarize DAX function. So always go to this data view, table tools, and create the new table. So I am giving your here name summarize only. So summarize average I will give first here. Okay, summarize average. Then summarize, we will pass here table name as IntelliSense shown here. See, IntelliSense, this is known as IntelliSense. So after summarize table, then group by column. So on which column you want? So we want on category name. Okay. So see, I am doing this on adventures work dataset, which is one of the most famous dataset. Whenever the Power BI developer starts his Power BI journey, he starts with this dataset only. So it is one of the best and little bit complicated. So on that database only, sorry, on that data only we will check. So now we have passed summarize. Okay, okay. Summarize, then category name. Then we will name this as, let's say, average price. Okay. Then we will pass now this average DAX. Okay, this average DAX, and on which column we want. So definitely it will be on a numerical column, na fact column it will be there. So we will pass here product price. Okay, and bracket close. So see, now you can see here a new table has been created, and category name, there are four categories: bikes, component, clothing and accessories, and their average price has been shown. See, right now here it is showing 8 9 decimals. You can change it to 2 decimals also. Okay, so on the basis of average we have seen. So now we will check on the basis of sum also. So again go here, new table, and in new table we will just copy paste this DAX. Okay, so and we will change here to sum, and average price we will change to total price, because sum is nothing but a total only. So here we will pass sum DAX. Okay, so see, here we are able to see on the bikes category the sum is 1,49,514. For accessories it's just 1,000 rupees. So like this. And now the most important third one we will check is that on multiple things, if you want to check like total revenue, price, cost, is there on multiple dimension, how we will write this DAX. This question I am asking in interview. Okay, this is one of the most complicated scenario based question. So now we will check for that summarize multiple also. So let's again create the new table. Okay, summarize multiple, we will give it name. Then let's go summarize Okay, then fact table we will take. Then we want on let's say on region and category name. Okay, comma, again we will go down, and now we will pass all our measures here. First of all we will pass the name. Okay, and here we will pass total revenue. Okay, comma, these already these measures has been created, that only measures you have to pass here. Now again total cost. Okay, total cost. Now we will go again down, total order. See, after completing this measure, now you will see the magic how it is showing. Okay, total order, comma, go down, and let's say one different one we will pass, like percentage one. Okay, and what is the name, I guess percentage of all revenue, bracket close. Now see the magic how the new table will be created. And see now here region and category name is there, the dimension cut which we have passed, and here total revenue, total cost, total order, percentage. So for bikes the total revenue is, this is the total revenue, then total order is this, total cost, in one table only you are able to see these many things. So like this one summarized table, you might have heard that client says that directly create the summarized table, na? So this is the summarized table. So like this we can create. Okay, see on this northeast on bikes the total revenue is this 5799, total cost is this, total order were this, and the percentage is just 0.0002. Like this, see here 1.32 percentage is showing. So this is one of the most 100% ask and logical scenario based question or DAX which is asked. So see now I have maximized here. Again you can see summarize, sales fact, then both dimension cut, region and category name, then total revenue, name is given, and all the measures are passed again here. Okay, this video is about the data groups. So this is one of the most requirement coming from the foreign clients to group the data and show in your bar visuals. Like grouping the data means not that group by concept. Like if we are having cost element column and there are few records in it, like for example advertising and audit fees. So these two records they need to group it and we have to show in the bar chart or column chart. So this is the concept of data groups. Okay, so everything I will tell you practically properly. So stay till the end. I have now selected this tag column chart. Okay, the column which we will use here is cost element name. Okay, so this column we will take, and we are having one numerical fact column of value. So I'm going to pass this. Okay, so let's select on top 10 so that we will have less bars and you will understand the concept properly. So in real-time project, this is one of the important or regular requirement which comes. Okay, so now top 10 also we have done, and let's rename this on rather than sum of value, total value we will do. It looks little professional. Okay, so now what you have to do, now let's say okay, so in this group we are able to see these top 10 records. Now let's say your client says and comes and says that this software and this outsourcing which is there, I will use the focus mode, this software and this outsourcing he want to group and show in one bar only, one single bar. And second requirement of fixed assets and telephone in one single bar. Okay, and rest all the records in others. Three bars only he needs. First of software plus outsourcing, second fixed assets plus telephone, and rest all in others. Okay, so in that case you just have to select, click on this cost element, click on this data group, go to new data group. Okay, now go to outsourcing, you have to scroll this, it will always show on alphabetically. uh, Click on this outsourcing, and the second is software. Again scroll down. Okay, now control software, group it. Okay, now the second group which you need is of fixed asset. Before going to second group, just check whether any option is selected. It should not be there, otherwise it will be grouped in that only. The first grouping. Second is fixed asset. So now let's select fixed asset. Okay, and the second is telephonic. Okay, see the shipping was selected. That's the problem here in this grouping. So again go to fixed asset, select here. Okay, now again scroll down, check whether that shipment is selected or not. It is not selected now. And go and click telephonic with the help of control. Now group it. Okay, so now the second group has been created, and rest all here include other group and do okay. So now new column will be created which will have the three records. See, you can see the new column is created. It will have three records. The first is of fixed asset and telephone. Second is other and outsourcing and software. Okay, so first thing what you should do here, that enable the data labels. Okay, so now do control C, control V. See, here only I will take another visual and just replace the cost element name column. Okay, replace cost element name column with this cost element grouping. Okay, so now see, three groups has been created: other, outsourcing and software, and fixed asset. So if you will see, software was 0.8 and outsourcing was 0.4. So 0.8 plus 0.4 is 1.2 billion. It has added. And in case of fixed asset, 0.2 plus telephone 0.1, it is around 0.3. So now this grouping has done, and rest all are in others group. Okay, so this is the real-time requirement coming in the real-time projects many times. And this question is also asked in the second technical logical scenario based round. Okay, so this was the concept of the data groups. You need to use it like this. So thanks for watching till end. And if today we are going to discuss one of the most important question of the second technical round. Okay, also known as logical scenario based round. And the question is the top 5 things you must consider before handling over Power BI report to client, or once you productionize your report from UAT to production, after UAT sign off from client, what 5 things you should check before giving that link to client or before sending the email to the client. Okay, so that proper we are going to discuss. See, I had worked on many Power BI reports and at least 6 to 7 projects. From that my personal experience, I am going to tell you what are the 5 things which you should take into consideration. First thing what you should consider is that once you publish the report, check the loading time of the report. Okay, check in Chrome, Mozilla, Edge, whatever your history or that app you are using, browsing app, that you should check on that. With single user also you check, and with concurrent user also. So once you publish your report, take that link and check on all that Chrome and all those. Okay, and with single user also, and with concurrent users means like send that link to 4 5 of your Power BI developers in the team, and at the single time hit that link in your Chrome or Edge. Okay, and then check with concurrent user how much time it is taking. So let's say if single user, if it's taking 6 to 8 seconds, so with concurrent it will definitely take more than 15 seconds. And let me highlight you one thing: this concurrent user testing you should definitely do for direct query. Okay, with import mode, for whether it is single user or concurrent user, it will show same or little bit, only 2 3 seconds of difference will be there. But in case of direct query, why it will show huge difference between the loading time with single user and concurrent user is because if 5 to 6 people are checking with direct query, you all know that with direct query the data source is there on the database. Okay, in SQL, Azure Databricks, whatever it is. So at the single time 5 to 6 people are going to hit that. Okay, so definitely with concurrent user direct query will give more time. So always check loading time of report. And let me tell you the idle standard time of a BI report, it should be less than 10 seconds only. Okay, if it's taking more than 10 seconds, then definitely your Power BI report is having performance issues. Then work on that performance thing. Second point is like of RLS working or not properly. So your client has given user access management sheet. Then you have to connect that with your, if let's say if it's client one on region basis, so connect with region column in your dimension table, then create roles, create dynamic RLS, write DAX also, user principal name, and specifically on email also you can give region also. Okay, then check with view as and all those things. And the most important thing where to check is in Power BI desktop, you check, but in Power BI service you have to check in that security roles and make sure the email IDs which are there, which client has provided user access management sheet, that must be the part of workspace with viewer role, or either in tenant or in AAD, Azure Active Directory. Either this two to three, there should be, the user should be in the that workspace or in tenant. Okay, and make sure the user make sure user is having viewer access only, and always check in Power BI service also. Okay, this from my personal experience I am telling. Now you will say that the client has sent us user access management sheet, it is having the client IDs also. If I have to check the RLS, then I need to check with client only. No, you can, what you can do, one of your Power BI developer who is there, go in Power Query, just replace one of the email ID with your colleague or Power BI developer working in team, and on that ID you can check. Also that Power BI developer must have viewer access. Okay, so this way you should check the RLS and make sure before productionizing or before giving to client, RLS is working or not. Third point is the most important point. Okay, let me tell you, that is UI check and data validation. UI check means like check whether the slicers are working properly or not, check whether the decimal number is correct, comma is correct, titles of the column or table visual is properly, or conditional formatting is there properly or not, data type is correct or not, check whether the capitalized word and all those things, basic things which are there, that you should check in UI, whether bookmark is working, page navigation is working, toggle is working properly or not. Okay, horizontal scroller, vertical scroller is working or not. There are many, check the data type of date column. Okay, then whether it's updating or not, filters you can check. There are many things in UI check. That is the work of Power BI developer also and QA tester also. So that also you have to check. And coming to data validation, what is data validation? Let me tell you simple thing. If your data source is SQL, okay, and in your Power BI report, if you have derived any KPI, just check the number whether it is matching with SQL. And how you have to check that, if any DAX you have written, in that logic you have written, so same logic you have to write in SQL query and check whether the number is matching. Like say if in KPI, DAX KPI in Power BI, if it's showing 22,000, so definitely same logic what you have written in SQL, that should also show 22,000 only. Okay, and let's say if any KPI has 2 to 3 tables, okay, while writing logic, then while writing SQL query you have to use join. Okay, if like let's say if basic KPI is there is sum of any particular column, then basically you can write sum of that column in SQL also. But if two tables are there into consideration while building the KPI or while writing the DAX, so in that case SQL query will have left join or join. Okay, coming to the fourth point is schedule refresh. So see, let's say if import mode is there, then definitely gateway will come into consideration and check, ask client like a daily refresh, weekly refresh, or monthly refresh you want. See, different clients and different requirements are there. I had worked on client who has given daily refresh, weekly refresh, and monthly refresh also, even quarterly refresh also he has given me. So ask them what are the schedule refresh time, and check proper schedule refresh you have done. And also you can check 2 to 3 days on your end whether it is proper or not. Also the main reason why schedule refresh gets failed is because the data type and the name of column doesn't match in SQL and Power BI. So that also you need to check before publishing, so whether they are matching or not. And also tell database team not to change the name of the column, otherwise Power BI will not find that column while refresh, and definitely it will fail the refresh, schedule refresh will be failed. And in import mode, gateway must be there. And in case of direct query, or sorry, not direct query, I would say cloud, specifically like say Azure Databricks is there or any other. So in cloud, you know that no need of gateway and all those things. So just make sure that data credential are okay. Okay, and data credentials you need to sign in with that, and then you need to set up your refresh. Okay, with cloud I am telling. I will write here right now. I will write here with cloud. ठीक है. And coming to last point, complete BRD. Okay. So check whether complete BRD is followed or not. So in BRD, you know that we write implementation plan or even basic mock reports or whatever KPIs are there with logics we write, whatever visuals were decided to build on that particular page, and whether the everything is done or not. Definitely QA tester will check that. But as a Power BI developer, you should also check. And all data means what? Let's say in your report, if from 2015, if he wanted data to 2024, so that also check the start date and mean date properly. Okay, and after fetching the data in Power BI, the best thing also what you should do at the start of the report, then check whether the rows are matching from SQL and Power BI also. So from this is the best way where you can understand whether the whole data was fetched or not. Okay, and coming to this point, with additional new changes in later on calls. See, this is the most important thing. Like when you develop your report in dev environment and when you demo that to the client, okay, so when you demo that to the client, sometimes client check that Power BI report and he also comes with some additional values. See, you can do this thing, that things, everything. So in that case, you change the BRD, and also the later on new additional new changes which client has told, that also you have to implement in your Power BI report. And before productionizing the report, make sure that those additional new changes from the client are also implemented in your Power BI report. ठीक है. So these were the 5 things. See, I have developed many reports and worked on 6 to 7 projects. From that personal experience, these are the 5 important things which are important to while productionizing or after productionizing when handing your link to the client. So these are the 5 important things. Okay, is about SQL theory questions which are asked in interview, especially first round which is there. So around 10 questions I have covered, and we will be covering that 10 questions properly. I will explain you in detail. So see, in SQL when they are asking in interview, so mostly they are telling you to write the query practically about joins or subquery, but theoretical questions are also there related to SQL. We think only theoretical questions are related to data concepts or Power BI, but SQL is also there. So that top 10 questions we are going to cover right now in this video. The first question is subsets in SQL. This is the 100% asked question. This question is asked in first round only, not in second. First round only they will be asking. For freshers also they will ask, or for a guy who is having experience of 1 or 2 years, they will ask this question to check your basics. So see, there are 5 types of subsets in SQL. DDL, DML, DQL, DCL, and TCL. So see, while explaining this question or while answering this question, first tell that there are 5 types, and first is DDL. Then expand it, like DDL stands for data definition language. So in that, create, alter, drop. These what SQL functions are there, like creating of table or dropping of table. Okay, you know that we can drop. Let me show you practically create, alter, how we write. See, so see like this. Create table, what we have done now. This falls under our DDL commands. Okay, if you are dropping, then it falls under DDL only, data definition language. Then again DML is there, data manipulation language. Update, insert, Okay, update is like when we create the scheme of table. If you want to add the data, then we can add. Insert is like if you want to add the data, then we can insert it. But after adding the data, if you want to update it, change it, then we use update. DDL stands for data definition language, which is related to schema of the table. ठीक है, number of columns and all those things, number of rows. But data definition languages, data manipulation languages, whatever there is, whatever we have to add in our table data, or already whatever it is added, if you want to change that, then it is related to data manipulation language, DML. DQL is data query language, is like select star that statement, select star from whatever our table is there, like students table, employees table, transaction table. So select star from that line what we write it, data query language. Then DCL is related to security. ठीक है, data control language, giving of the access, granting the access to someone else, users, clients, or our developers or QA person, and again revoking it back. ठीक है, in that access also, then admin and all those types of access are there, only viewer or all those things. But data control language is completely related to security. This question is always asked in interview for second round, that which subset in SQL is related to security wise. This work is completely of SQL developer, that too advanced level SQL developer, senior SQL developer. ठीक है, those who are junior or basic level of SQL developer, they work on these first three things, DDL, DML, DQL. But those who are senior developers or technical architect, or like delivery manager and all those, they work on these last two, DCL and TCL. So data control language is completely related to security. Now coming to TCL, transaction control language, commit, rollback, save point. ठीक है, transaction control language is commit, rollback, save point. Like if committing VR, then rollback, save point is like 50% of work is there, then that will be saved there. ठीक है, rollback is you are completely rolling it back. ठीक है, so these are 5 subsets in SQL. Now second question, this is the simplest question what I think, and it will be also 100% asked. What is the difference between union and union all? So see, there are two tables. First of all, union and union all is same as append queries in Power Query Editor. You know that. Okay. So when we are appending on you doing union all on 2 3 tables, whatever it is, okay. So when we are merging that, the number of columns, data type, and name of the column must be same. These are the prerequisites of union and union all. Number of column, name of the column, and data type of column. So when you are doing union, so if you are merging two tables now, so whatever duplicate records are there, complete duplicate records which are there, complete, not just one cell, complete line which is duplicate, so that will be neglected in union, but in union all that will be shown. Okay. So for example, if table 1 has 4 rows, table 2 has 5 rows, and for example, if one row is duplicate now, so union will remove that row, neglect that rows, but union all will take that row. Okay. What are acid properties? See, this is not 100% asked question in interview, but again I have written purposely because you should have little bit basic knowledge about these acid properties. If they will ask, at least you should be able to tell the full form of that acid. Like A stands for atomicity, C stands for consistency, I stands for isolation, and D stands for durability. At least if this full form, if you are able to tell na, somewhere it will help you. But I will tell you, like see in that A, atomicity na, what it does, that it ensures the transaction is means single unit, whether it is treating it as single unit, and it completely completes entirely or not at all. This atomicity what is there, whether it is it checks that whether it is treated as single unit, and if it is happening completely or not at all. Consistencies, again, if any data is like written must be valid according to, means we pass constraint, triggers, everything, constraints is not null, and that check and all those things, identity are there, constraint. So whatever data we have written, it must be valid according to the whatever the rules are defined, especially for constraints. That is consistency. Isolation is again controlling the level, like visibility of intermediate transaction states to other transactions. Okay, and durability is, for example, if once transaction has been committed, even it means it will remain properly there, even if system is failing, or all those things are happening, whether that durability is there, once it is done, committed completely, it should remain properly even if anything happens. That is durability. These are the ACID properties in SQL. You can listen and make the notes from it, or at least if this full form if you're knowing, then it will help you. So again, fourth question, filter functions are there, then where and having clause is there. So what is difference between where and having clause? See, I will show you this practically. See, you only understand from your, okay. Now let me show you. So now you only see, write a query to fetch the number of employees working in department HR. So select count where department is equal to HR. Okay, where, then again down we will go. See, salary we had to find the count salary between 50,000 to 1 lakh. So select count salary where salary between 50,000 to 1 lakh. Like this we have written. So what is where doing? It is filtering based on that one singular condition. See, like employee name like starting with S. These are the wildcard like functions. See, again here between two dates we have found that. Okay. And now having, I will show you. See, write a query to retrieve duplicate records from table. Having count star more than one group of, where is used for that singular condition. What we have to follow, having is used for like grouping of conditions. It is filtering only, but on grouping of the conditions. One more we can see. I think we may have one more. See again here, group by having. When having will come, then group by will definitely come. Tell this in interview. And grouping, see, less than 2, whatever it is. So here I have written that in case you have to see data on particular condition, use where, and on group base, then use having. Simple. In simple 2-3 lines you can tell this in interview. Now again, what is SQL? See, first of all, this is very simple question. It is asked for fresher only, so I have added that purposely. So SQL stands for Structure Query Language, and see, it is a database language. Let me tell you in short. You can communicate with data with SQL, whether it is SQL is there, Snowflake is there, Azure Databricks is there. Then many in SQL only, Azure SQL and MySQL, everything is there. Snowflake is rising, Azure is rising, AWS is there from backend. So whatever these database languages are there, okay, so first of all, we communicate with data with the help of it. Their view store procedures are made. All those things are there. See here, for managing data stored in relational database. Relational database means that in table structure and all those things. Again, there mostly a structured data is only there. Structure means proper data in form of table, columns, data type derived properly. Like this, it is there. In short, you can say it is a programming language used to communicate with data. The full form is structure query language. What is indexing and its type? See again, this is also not 100% asked question, but I have taken it. See, it improves the speed. Okay, whatever the tables we have made, or sometimes while creating report we create store procedure views and all those things. So it helps to improve the speed of data remains if we are fetching the data and all those in our reporting tool or while working on SQL. So that time, for improving the speed and all those things, query optimization, we make this use of indexing. There are two types: cluster, non-cluster. Most important thing, see here, whenever you see here this characteristics in cluster index, follow these things, means tell this thing in interview. Only one cluster index is allowed per table, but in non-cluster multiple non-cluster index can be created on single table. This is the main thing what you should tell in the interview. What are the purpose? Improves the performance of range query. For non-cluster, speeds up the retrieval of data without altering the physical order of table. Okay, it is not altering the physical order. Whatever the chronology is there, it will keep it. But the main thing what you should tell when asking when if interviewer asks about indexing, that for improving the speed of data retrieval, we are using indexing. Two types, cluster, non-cluster. In cluster, only one cluster index is allowed per table, but here multiple non-cluster index are can be created on single table. Tell this thing. Now what is subquery? A query inside a query is subquery. Okay, let me show you practically this once again. See, you can check this 257 to 262. Select star from, then again bracket, and then select. This was a query. 257 was a query, select star from. But inside that also one more query they have added. A query inside a query is subquery. Why we use? If you have to, just a minute. Huh. For example, if complex and all those things we have to find, in that case we have to use subquery. And multiple queries means whatever, if any ask is there and we need to write multiple queries, or we have to find calculation, all those things, so in that case subquery is used. Again, two types are there. See, first of all, there are many types, but I have only added two types here: single row subquery and multiple row subquery. In single row returns one row and one column, commonly used with comparison operators. Like, see, these are the examples: select star from employee where salary is greater than select average of salary. This is single row subquery. Multiple row is returns multiple row, but typically one column, used with operators in all, means like that, our in, any, and all. You can see the example: select name from employees where department, in select id from department where location is New York. It is like that, Power BI tags only. Okay, so these are the multiple row subquery. So whatever the motto is there for while using subquery, that if you are to find complex level requirements are there, in that case we use subquery. Tell that, and they tell these two types. The eighth question is, what are the Windows function and its types? Again, Windows functions are aggregate operation for each row, and it always returns in detail result, whatever it is. Like, means you all know that mostly aggregation ranking function we use. Sum, average, count is there, min, max is there. Okay. Again, in ranking, row number, rank, dense, rank. Let me show you this practically once again. See this aggregation function: sum, min, max. Okay. Select sum of employee salary as total from employee, then min, max, count everything. And then for ranking I will show you again. See this, we write this type, like, means for example, if you had column like values, and then we pass row number is like 1 2 3 4 5, dense rank is there. This falls under Windows function. Then one more like value, lag, lead, these all are there. What are temporary tables? I will explain you here only. Just wait a minute. See, temporary tables are of two type. First is local, second is global. See, whenever we create table, we just write this name. But here, see, this hashtag is used. In local, we use singular hashtag. In global, we use double hashtag. Okay, these are the temporary tables created only. And whenever we close this complete SQL, it will automatically get vanished. That's the reason why it is known as temporary table. But temporary table will work, sorry, local table, this first local table will work on this session only, whatever SQL query 1. Okay, but global table of two hashtag will can work on these other sessions also. Or if I do this new query, so global table will work here also, but local table will work on this only. And whenever we close complete SQL, then automatically both of them will get vanish. Okay, this code will remain, but it will get vanish from this database. This is the difference between local and global table. One hashtag, double hashtag. Don't work in different session, works in different session. Now, what is the difference between view and materialized view? You know that this is a 100% asked question. So in case of data storage, view do not store data. Materialized view do. Okay, like on premises, on local, and all those things. And data freshness, view always reflect the latest data. Materialized view need to be refreshed to reflect changes in the base table. See, that's the reason why views are made. And in Power BI, Tableau, whatever is there, we fetch the views, not the tables. Okay, that create table employee na, whatever code we write, we don't fetch that table in our Power BI. We always fetch the view, because when the new incremental data comes, and if import mode is there, and if gateway schedule refresh is on, automatically it will be inserted in that SQL query, a view query, and after schedule refresh, it will go in our Power BI report also. View always reflect the latest data. That's the reason why views are made rather than we fetch table in our Power BI. This is the most important thing. Performance wise, view can be slower due to query execution at runtime, but materialized view offer fast query performance because the data is pre-computed and stored. Yes, no doubt, this is correct. Views are little bit slower, and materialized views are faster than it. Okay, but always remember these first 2 points are main, no doubt three are main. Data storage, views do not store data, and materialized view do. But data freshness, this is the most important thing. Views always reflect the latest data. That's the reason why we always fetch view rather than tables in our Power BI to make the reports. Okay guys, these are the top 10 questions which are asking interview theory questions of SQL. And hope you have understood. If respected students, welcome back everyone. Today's video is about how to create a custom table with the help of DAX. Okay, so properly here we are going to select in this table view, data view, the new table, and along with the DAX I am going to tell you how to add columns, how to insert the records, along with the data types like currency, date, and all. And proper custom table along with DAX we are going to create. But let me highlight you one thing. Even we are having this enter data table option also in Power BI desktop also, and in Power Query also. You can use that also. See here, like this you can uh, insert the record, add the column, add the rows. But what is the reason why we select custom table over manual enter data table? This is the interview question which I ask in the interview to candidates. So these are the three reasons what I expect the answer. The first is, as data requirement changes, the formula can be adjusted in custom tables. Just you have to change the DAX. The second reason is, the most important, is version control help. Like, let's say if with the help of this enter data table manually, if you are entering any data and giving that Power BIX file to someone else, so there can be path issue and all those things. But in this case, where custom table is created, only you have to change the DAX. That's it. And the main point is, if you are giving your Power BIX file to someone else, there will be no such issues like path and all those things. He just have to modify the DAX. And the third thing is that if the advanced level transformations are there, that would require additional steps in manually enter data table. Okay, even that if let's say 5,000, 10,000 records are there, then again you have to insert one by one that record, and all those things will be happen. But here in one go, in one DAX, everything will be done. Okay, so now let's start with the custom table creation. Okay, then just go in data view, select new table, go here custom table, and now let's start. But just I want to highlight one thing. Now let's start. So here, see, I have taken this first row. Okay, by mistakenly this two times I have written. Okay, here bracket will start after that. Okay, so now this date record, then any random value I have written, and now let's take currency. Okay, okay, see, this is the first row. Now I will show 2 3 more rows here. Just do comma, just do enter. Always try to simplify the DAX by taking it to next line. This is what I follow the strategy. Now again 2024, and let's take any random date. Okay, bracket close, then again 45.50. Okay, then again someone else name we will take, Prabhas. Okay, I have just seen the movie, so I'm writing his name. Then 450, bracket close, again bracket close. Okay, two brackets. Okay, like this way you can create the custom entity table. Now let's say you have to write the third row again. See here, two brackets are there, you have to close, then enter again. Okay, then again here bracket open, date, then let's take any 2020 date, then 0 this 5. Okay, then any random value 0.12, and Rahul, let's say Rahul we have taken name, and again currency. The most important part to highlight here is that, see, in case of currency automatically dollar it has taken. Okay, you can change also this currency, and here it has shown date and time that you can change from here, like if you want date or whatever the dollar currency you have to change. So this is the way to create the custom uh, table with the help of DAX, and you can even add the columns here or other data types you can add. But the most important one more thing to highlight is that always take new line if you are adding new row. Okay, this is the way to create the new custom table along with the DAX, and these are the three advantages. Okay, over the entered manually entered table. Okay, this is the interview question which I asked, which I have included. See, I have given around 100 plus interviews till today, and around 25 30 around second technical round I have given. So this question is definitely asked. What is the difference between app and workspace? Why it is asked? Because it is completely related to the reports which we are sharing to the clients and access on all those things. So the first thing difference between app and workspace, you can see here that first is purpose. So in purpose now, if you will see, workspace is mostly for collaboration. Like in our workspace, we add the emails of our clients, and even our team members which are there, their emails are there. So in workspace, shared workspace is there where we publish the report in any particular workspace. If anyone is having the access to that workspace, he will go and see the reports. App is mostly for distribution and easy access to finalized content. See, app also we can share to our clients. It is mostly means we can customize it more. Even in my current project, I have given reports with the help of app only, and before that in workspace, that embedded link we used to give to the client has the viewer access. So for distribution purpose app is used, and for collaboration workspace is used. Access control in workspace, second point, access control in workspace, there are four accesses, you all know that: admin, member, contributor, and viewer. Admin is the most powerful, viewer is the least powerful. Okay, to our clients we always give viewer access. To Power BI developer, either contributor or member access is there, and admin access is for the lead technical architects or delivery manager, or from client side, those who have created workspace. So those has the admin access. But when it comes to app, it only has read only access for end users. Whatever change you have to do in our app, and developers has to do in our app, and they have to just update the app. For one workspace only one app is allowed. Okay, and coming to one more point. See guys, uh, whenever the customization part is there now, and if you want to give to a report with the help of more customization, then app is only used. But only if you have to add the users for collaboration purpose, then in that case workspace is used. Okay, visibility. Visibility, if you see, workspace content is private and visible only to workspace member unless shared. That I have told. But in app, content is packed and made accessible to wider audience. Yes, that in app you can add the audience, wider audience. So you can do group again, add there, and from there. But in case of workspace, properly one particular user you have to add, and even you have to tell that what kind of access we have to give to him, whether it is admin or viewer or contributor. When it comes to customization, workspace primarily functional for development purpose and app customization for end user navigation and experience. Yeah, that also I have covered. So these are the 4 points: purpose, access control, visibility, and customization. Okay, so properly I have to tell at least if 3 points also, if you will tell, not an issue, but make sure you are narrating the story, you are narrating your answer, you are telling your answers properly. Second question of today's video is difference between append and merge. Okay, so see, first of all, append is like union all in SQL, and merge is definitely the joins. So when append is there na, so if two three tables are there which has the same number of columns, same data type, and same name of column, in that case you can do append. Okay, when you have two three tables and more than two three four tables, you can do append, but there are prerequisites, three prerequisites, three rules: the name of the column, the number of the columns, and the data type of the column must be same. Okay, in that case you can do append. In case of merge, there is one particular common key, let's say product key, sqid key, or whatever the key is there, common key, that should be present in our left and right both the tables, and on that basis you can do merge to that table, you can join that table. But see, here also I have mentioned customer ID key. One particular key must be there. On that basis only you can do that joining of the two tables. This is the exact. Only tell this answer in 4 to 5 lines. Whenever I take interview now, when I ask this question, I only expect 4 to 5 lines from this question's answer. Okay. So just whatever prerequisites are there in append, that you tell. In merge, one prerequisite is there, that one column, common column key must be there, that you tell. Coming to again duplicate table versus reference table. Yeah, it is one of the most asked question when it comes to Power Query related questions, ETL and all those things. So whenever you do duplicate on main table, whatever table, that applied steps which are there at right hand side, those are seen into duplicate. But when it comes to reference, applied steps are not seen. Again, second point is, if you do any thing on main table, it will not reflect. So on whatever main table you have done duplicate or reference, if you change anything in main table, in duplicate table it will not reflect, but in case of main table definitely it will reflect. Duplicate increases file size, not much, but yeah, definitely I had work when performance optimization I have done. Duplicate increases little bit of file size, reference doesn't increase that much. And path source, whatever it is there in duplicate table, even if you will see that fx formula na, in our that fx formula bar in Power Query M language code, so you can see that that whatever your server from where you have brought that path is there in duplicate table. But when it comes to reference table, not at all. There itself in Power Query, whatever reference you have done on main table, it will be shown there properly. ठीक है, coming to what is difference between all selected and all except. Yeah, this question is also asked. So see, if you are removing complete filters, whatever the filters which are applied on the table, if you are completely removing all the filters from that table column, then all DAX function is used. ठीक है. All selected, if you will see, it removes filters from specific columns or tables but keeps the filter applied from outside. So explicit filters, those which are there, that will be kept, but in all selected, and in all except the one which you have specified, okay, implicitly, or one which you have specified on your own, that will be kept in all except. Okay, that's the difference between all selected and all except. Okay, and this all which is there now, that is mostly used when you have to find, like, let's say that population is there and your states are there, mostly Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, and you have to check on what percentage, means Maharashtra is contributing to the India's population, 9%, 11%, 13%. So in that case, many times we use all, and when it comes to ranking and all those things, then other DAX are used this all selected and all those. Okay, so that's the also major difference you can give while giving the example in interview. Difference between star schema, Snowflake schema. So see, here also I've written many points, but I'm also in previous video, when I've made specific video on star schema, Snowflake schema, that time one diagram I've shown, that also I will show in this video also. So see, mostly one fact table is there in star schema. It all falls under data modeling in PBI. Okay, and one fact table which has like sales amount, number of products sold, market value, and all those things, revenue, attribute columns will be there. Dimension table will have details related to product, customer information, and all those things. Okay, so even I will show you here. See here, star schema on medium data set we use on real-time projects. Very easy to work. See, one fact table and rest all are dimension tables are there, and even star means diagram you are able to see. Like dimension is only connected to fact. That's it. Okay. But when it comes to Snowflake schema, it is used on large data set, also has hierarchy in it, definitely, and challenging to work on this data model I have told here. And dimension is connected to fact, no doubt, but even dimension is also connected to dimension table also. Okay, on basis of hierarchy, like product, subcategory, category, and all those things you can tell. So that's the difference between star schema and Snowflake schema. Yeah, it is very simple to understand. Okay, but you should know properly. You should tell this thing in interview, like dimension fact tables are there, and then in star schema, dim to fact it is connected. But when it comes to Snowflake, dim to fact to it is connected, but dim is also connected on dim on basis of hierarchy. And when medium data sets are there, star schema is used, and when large data sets are there, definitely Snowflake schema is used. Even I have written here, see, star schema is simpler, faster for queries. Okay, is more complex, slower for queries and all those things. So these were the, again, second parts, 5 questions, those which are asked in the second technical round. Even when I take interview, I have also asked these questions only, okay, at the start of the interview, to check whether you are having good knowledge about Power BI or not. So even if you will see star schema and all those things, Power Pivot, Power BI desktop, I have covered here. Here you can see all selected, all except DAX I have covered. Here for this 2 question, duplicate and append merge, Power Query I have covered, and App Workspace I have covered Power BI service part. So all the components and all five building blocks in Power BI I tried to cover in this video. Okay. So now let's start with the video. The first question is, what is the difference between pie chart and donut chart? So we all think that this is quite simple question, and no doubt it's quite simple question. But the thing, there are two important points which you should cover while explaining this question, and I will tell you. I will show you one picture also. See, let's see this picture. So the difference between pie chart and donut chart is, see, pie chart covers whole area. If you will see, it covers whole area here. But in terms of donut chart, this center hole is there. Okay, the first difference is pie chart covers entire area. You also know that. And the second, and donut chart covers only this donut chart has this center hole also in it. But the second most difference what I have added now here in this point is that, let's say now here only three parts are there. This is the most important point which I am going to tell. Okay, so let's say here only three parts are there. Let's say that here 6 to 7 parts would be there. Okay, so in that case, and even client wants to see on percentage wise, data wise, and even he wants labeling also. So here 20% will also be there, 110 whatever price, and India will also be there. And there are 6 to 7 parts. So now see how much glitchy it will look pie chart. It will not at all, it will not at all look good. So in that case, what we do with pie chart, that means here after means not in between, but here above we will show that all labeling properly. Okay, so due to that what will happen now, it will take more space in our report. Okay, we have many visuals in our report, like table matrix and cards and all other decomposition tree bar charts are there. So already your pie chart had consumed that space, and if you will show labeling outside, then it will again take more space. But in terms of donut chart, you can use this middle space which is there now, you can use this space for labeling. This is the main difference between pie chart and donut chart. What, even when I take interview, that time many candidates only tell that pie chart whole complete area is there, and in donut chart this center hole is there. Yeah, this is the difference, no doubt. But the professional data analyst will answer like that. If you want to show labeling in pie chart, it will be shown outside, which will consume the space and will impact on report. But in terms of donut chart, you can use this middle wala space for labeling. Okay, so this is the main uh, difference between pie chart and donut chart. And here also see I have written that the center area can be utilized for additional context, this last point. Okay, but in terms of pie chart you have to show after. Okay, coming to direct query and live connection, the second difference, you all know that mostly in interviewer is asking difference between import mode and direct query. But right now in 2024-25, the most trending questions which is there, that question is the difference between direct query and live connection. Okay, so first of all, direct query which is there, it is used for large data set, and in case of live connection, it is used for real-time scenarios. Okay, let's say you are having a huge data set of 10-15 million rows or more data is there. So in that case, we use direct query. Sometimes in our star scheme also, only fact table we fetch with direct query. So if huge data set is there, then we go with direct query. But if you want to see live data, completely live reports, so in that case, you go with live connection, connecting with that Power BI data set is there, or our analysis services there, or Azure Databricks is also there. Okay, so this is the first difference. Second difference is, you can see direct query can be connected to multiple sources like SQL, Oracle, SAP, HANA, everything. But LC, which is their live connection, it is only connected with Power BI dataset, Azure Databricks, and all those things. So direct query can be connected with wide range of data sources, but live connection can be connected with limited range of data sets. Okay? Then direct query is used when working with diverse data source and very large data set. That is impractical to import. Correct. That only I have told. And live connection is used for real-time data. Okay. Direct query allows more flexibility in terms of data sources and models within Power BI. Correct. Live connection leverages pre-built and optimized models in. Correct. This is also the most important point. You can tell that flexibility is there in data sources in case of live direct query, but in live connection, optimized models are there. Okay. And last point which I have added, in direct query, not able. This able spelling is wrong. Sorry for that. So in direct query, not able to see data in data view. Whatever our data view is there, in that in direct query, you can't see data or time intelligence function issues there. And in live connection, two separate PBX file would be there. Okay, I had worked on live connection, I know that report PBX file and dataset PBX file is different in live connection, and whatever measures and all changes you have to do, that you do in data set pbx file, and then publish it, and make sure that is repointed correctly to the report dashboard pbx file. Then only it will show changes what you have done in data sets or data set pbx file or measures. Okay, these are the 3-4 differences between direct query and live connection. Again, this is the most important question, the most simple as well as most important question in second technical round. That is difference between same period last year, parallel period, and dated. So see, this falls under time intelligence DAX functions. So these are the syntax for same period last year. It's quite simple. So let's say today July 2024. So when same period last year is there, it will completely take you to July 2023. Okay, once again I will repeat. Today July 2024 is there. When you will use same period last year, it will take to July 2023. It will not take you to July 2022. Again I am repeating, if today is July 2024, same period last year will completely take to last year's same period, that is July 2023. It can't take you to July 2024 or 22, sorry. Okay, so in that case you use parallel period. That's the difference, main difference between same period last year and parallel period. So a parallel period syntax is used written like this: date column is passed, number of interval minus 1 to whatever, and interval is like month, year, whatever you have to pass. See, parallel period gives flexibility, minus 1, minus 2, whatever, and month, year, whatever you have to pass. Here in same period last year you can't pass month also, and that minus 2, 3 also you can't do. Completely minus 1 year only it is going to do. That's the difference between same period last year and parallel period. Coming to date add can shift you to any range, even plus minus 1 also it can do. For example, if you have to find revenue from start date to last year, so in that case also you can do plus minus 1 along with date add function. Okay, and useful for custom rolling periods such as moving average and all those things, custom period comparison. So in that case date add is used. The syntax for date add and parallel period is somewhere same only, but here along with data plus 1 also, month and all those things you can do with calculate of total revenue. Even I have done that. Okay, that's the difference between same period last year, parallel period, and date add. Parallel period is quite flexible, it can move you anywhere you want, but same period last year is completely stagnant. Okay, that's the difference. This is the most simple question again. What is the difference between slicers and filters? See, slicers work at front end, filters work at back end. Okay, client which is there, he can play around with slicers, but with filters he can't. If he knows Power BI service, and if he knows how to edit the reports and all those things, then he can play around. But most of the 80 to 90% of PBI developers, which sorry, clients which are there, they don't know how to play around with PBI service, that too with edit functionality. So this second point is that client can play around with slicers, whatever he want to filter data on 1st of July on India, on any customer ID, any customer name, he can play around with slicers. But in case of filters, he can't play around with that. Slicers are visuals, filters are not. This third point is not that strong, but you can tell this thing also. The main point here is, second point is the main point here. Okay, client can play around with slicer, but with filter he can't. Coming to what is the difference between pro premium, it is the quite simple question, but candidates are not able to. The reason why I have put this question in second technical round, it actually comes in first technical round. The reason why I have added, because when I take interview of candidate, out of 10, 6 to 7 candidates only tell this thing, that difference between pro is $10, premium per user is $20. See, in premium per capacity is also there, but that is used, means it's completely when your report is quite optimized and huge data is there, very less chances are there. So only I have added pro and premium per user, not premium per capacity. Okay, so many candidates only tell these 2-3 differences, but there are 6 to 7 differences that I have added properly here. Pro has fee of $10 monthly, Premium has fee of $20 monthly. In Pro, 1 GB of feedbacks file can be uploaded. 1 GB means around 1.2 GB you can upload. After 1.2 GB, it will not get published. In Premium, around 100 GB of feedbacks file can be uploaded. In Pro, 10 GB of storage is there. Okay. In Premium, 100 TB of storage is there. Pro 8 times schedule refresh. Premium, 48 times schedule refresh daily. This dollars whatever fees is there, that is monthly. Okay, wait, I will edit here right now. Monthly, okay, and daily, and here also daily. ठीक है, so these are the differences between pro and premium. And see, 8 times schedule, and this advanced AI is not working in pro, but in case of premium, advanced AI is working. And this last point which is there, it falls under both the things, but you can tell that paginated reports are available in pro and premium as well, and mobile access is given to pro and premium as well. Okay, so these are the five top heated question, trending questions which were asked or which are asked in second technical round, or even when I take the interview, that time I also ask this question. Especially, I will tell you which questions I asked in second technical round. This pie chart, donut chart wala, this direct query live connection, and same period. Video is about the UI related changes. The basic 3 to 4 changes I am going to tell, which are very important when it comes to development of a Power BI report. So the first thing is related to card. The second thing is related to our background of logo and slicers. And third is related to the page fit and width. Okay. So now let's start with the video. All, if there is a strip of card, just click on this card. And first thing what you have to do is check the go in properties and height and width of every card. So here the 88 123 is our formula. Check for second. See, second one is not width is different, so now check for third is same, fourth is again 123, go for 123. This again go for the fifth one 123, and sixth one is 130, so go for 123 again. The first thing when all the strip of the card is there, first thing you have to check is the height and width of the card. Okay, so now let's say if client said or anyone said that they want this card to be placed little bit above, so you will click like this, and with the help of mouse or with arrow button, you will not move the card single-handedly. Okay, not singly. So in that case, what you have to do is like just select control. Click on control. Click on this first card, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay, right click, group the cards. Now with the help of grouping the cards, see here also you can see one black line is there. So now just click on this three dots, drag this to bottom or above, wherever you have to take, right hand side, anywhere you can take. Okay, so rather than just clicking on single card, just click on with the help of control, group it, and with the help of that you can do it. So again, if you want to ungroup it, you can ungroup with right clicking and just click on ungroup. Okay, now let's say if this card has gone little down, if this card has went little up in the help of dimension, so how to means bring that in one single line. So just click again on this all cards, select all, go to this format, align, okay, distribute horizontally properly, and then align to the top. Okay, so again all the cards will come in the same line. So these three things I want to tell you about the cards. So now the second theme in the real-time project. So let's say now in this wallpaper, we had some different color. Okay, let's say we have some this gray type. Okay, in real time project, gray mostly we use. So now if you will see here visualization, all things will come, but if you will see this first strip, so it is not looking that good because all these slicers are in the white color, this logo is in white color, and gray is not looking good. In real time project, it doesn't look good when the whole page is developed. So in that case, go to insert, go to shape, take rectangular, okay, place on this like this, completely drag, okay, And now what you can do is go to shape, style. So in this case, select white, which is same. Again, go to format, send backward and send to back. Okay, so now see here, you can see properly whole white color here. This logo is also looking, and this it is matching with the color of slicers. But here you can see little bit blue color is there. So in that case, just go in style, and you can see border is there. Border you can do white. Okay, so this thing, so now it is properly matching. In real time project we do it. Okay, here also what you can do, in effect, just go and on the visual border. Okay, so now logo is also looking properly, this everything is looking properly. This is the second thing. Third thing which I want to tell you related to the real time project is that here see, you can see little bit space is there. Here you can see little bit space is there. So this page is not properly fit. So go in view tab, page view. Right now fit to page is there. Just click on fit to width. So now see, properly whole page is now fit on the report. So when you will publish this report and when the client will use, he will be able to see the report properly in this whole page. He doesn't have to click on that control 0 and anything. And let's say if you select on actual size, so say actual size is also breaking down. It is not working properly. So fit to width is the perfect option, so that if the client uses Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Opera, anything, in that whole screen properly this report will be visible like this. Let me show you demo properly. Okay, in short, see like this properly it will be shown. So three things we have discussed related to the placements of cards and size and everything. Second thing is this background check, and third is the fit to it. This was today's video is about Power Query Editor. Okay, there will be 2 to 3 parts made on Power Query Editor. The things or the transformations which are required in real time project. Okay, everything I will show you practically. I will tell you what are the things which are required in Power Query, mostly from all these tabs: home, transform, add column, view. Mostly 4 tabs are there which are important, and around 20 to 25 things which are important. Everything I will tell you how it is work, how we need to work in real time project, everything. ठीक है, so this is the first part actually, so stay till the end. So this is the project YT, and you are familiar with this data set. ठीक है, on this data set only, how end to end real time projects are there, how business analysis done or sample reports we get, how to create report, how to validate those number in SQL, how QA team works, everything I had explained in those 3 parts. If you have not watched that, if you have not seen that 3 parts project end to end, you can also see that. But this specific video will be made on Power Query only. ठीक है, upcoming 2 3 videos which will be there. So today 8 to 9 points we will discuss, which I know now. ठीक है, which I have kept in my mind that today I will tell you. See, first of all, when you get view, consumption view or store procedure from database team, ठीक है, you fetch from the sources there. ठीक है, what you do, if earlier, if this any consumption your store procedure is there, you just take duplicate reference of it. ठीक है, and then from source again you go and you fetch it, whatever the consumption view is there from your database. Right now I am having limitation here, so it is not connected to our database as this is Excel, a data source. So if SQL or Snowflake is there, you just go to this source, you fetch that name from that database and you fetch it. Okay, this is the way. So now you all know this database. First is account tables is there, campaigns, cases, contact. In this account we are also having, see, the most important is account name. Okay, then see, state, city, everything is there. Okay, annual revenue, this is our fact, business numbers. Okay, number of employees, everything. So see, now directly let's start with the video. The first thing in real time projects, what is there is known as concatenation. It is known as merge. Okay, concatenation or this merge. So what we do in that, we combine the 2 columns. ठीक है. If you are having column as account name and account number, see, we are actually really lucky because in this data set also account name and account number is there, because in real time projects also same example is there. ठीक है. We have to concatenate those two columns as client want to see that properly. ठीक है. So what we will do now, see, this account number is there. I have clicked on control. You are having this data set, or also again I will upload that in our description box. This account number is there. Just scroll to right side, control, using control, account number. ठीक है. Go to this merge. ठीक है. Separator you can take custom, mostly take custom. Here click two times space dash and two times space. ठीक है. And you can rename this as account details like this, and do OK, and do this in add column tab. Don't do in transform. ठीक है. Add column is in transform. If you will do on that column only, it will do that concatenation. But if you will do this with add column tab now, it will create new column. See, account number column is there as it is here, and here account name also as it is there. It has created the new column. That's the very important thing. ठीक है. Also you can write with dax or with calculate column also. You can do concatenation of two columns, but right now we are working in Power Query. This video is specifically of Power Query. That's the reason why I'm showing you in Power Query. ठीक है. Here also see in formula bar you are able to see this two dash and this dashes, sorry, two spaces at left, two spaces at right, and then this dash. And make sure that you learn to read this M language, this formula bar fx. Okay, that is the very important thing. This text combine. Okay, this is part of M language. So now we will go and do close and apply. Now let me check which column, which table we have used here. Cases we have used. Okay, and I will show you how in real time project it is shown. Opportunities. Okay, ठीक है, no issues. We will actually take them. ठीक है. 6th page. ठीक है. I am removing this, and account table was there and account detail was there. ठीक है. Like this it will show. Every client, mostly I'm guaranteeing you, every client need to see the account details properly like this. If two columns are there like account name, account number, na, he will 100% tell you to do this concatenation so that properly he is able to see with this dash. Even you can give more spaces also here, like I have only given two spaces at left and right. You can give more. This thing client needs, and again then he can see city, country like this. ठीक है. Oh, sorry, it is becoming hierarchy. ठीक है. Like this, they need to see it properly. That's the reason why we do concatenation of columns like account name, account number, or any might be there, country, state, city, like this hierarchy. If it is there, then they will tell to do concatenation of that also. ठीक है. This was the first thing. Second is, see, this enter data. If you want to create manually table in Power Query with this enter data, you can do it. ठीक है. If you want, then you can do it. I will show you how to do this. First, this is column name, this is column 2. ठीक है. Let's rename it as first name, last name. ठीक है. विराट कोहली, रोहित शर्मा. ठीक है. And here you have just rename the column names, and also table you can rename. ठीक है, and do this, enter. Now here new table will come. And again, for example, let me tell you one thing. This was the interview question which I had faced. I will tell you. Even I had got this interview question that how can you manually create table in Power Query. And then उन्होंने मुझे वहां पे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा कि मैन्युअली आपने टेबल बनाया, इफ यू हैव क्रिएटेड द मैन्युअली टेबल इन पावर क्वेरी, नाउ इफ यू हैव टू ऐड एनी कॉलम हियर और रो, तो फिर कैसा करेंगे? तो इसका आंसर देने के बाद द वन हु वाज इंटरव्यू पैनलिस्ट ना, ही वाज रियली हैप्पी, बिकॉज बहुत लोगों को ये पता नहीं होता। सिर्फ आपको यू हैव टू जस्ट गो इन सोर्स, क्लिक हियर, दैट्स इट। ठीक है, देन आप देखो ये बना सकते हो फिर आपको जैसा चाहिए फिर ऐसा। ठीक है, आपके सामने आपने देखा, तो इस प्रकार से देन फिर आप बना सकते हो मैन्युअली टेबल। नाउ आई एम डिलीटिंग इट राइट नाउ। ठीक है, दिस इज द सेकेंड थिंग। थर्ड थिंग जो रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में इंपॉर्टेंट है, सी दैट इज रिफ्रेश प्रीव्यू। ठीक है, सो वेन एवर इफ न्यू डेटा इज लोडेड, नो डाउट schedule refresh is there, everything is there, automatically everything is going to happen, but still अगर schedule refreshes happen, ठीक है, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट मैं एक चीज आपको बताता हूँ क्या होता है ना रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में। आपने पावर बीआई की फाइल आपकी यूज कर रहे हो डेस्कटॉप में, आपके वीडीआई में या आपके आपके डेस्कटॉप में वो, ओके, उस पे डेट क्या है, 6/12 है उसमें लेटेस्ट। बट सोचो आज रात को वो रिफ्रेश हुआ और आपके पावर बीआई सर्विस में जो फाइल है उसमें 7 डेट दिखाएगा। बट व्हेन यू विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग टुमारो ऑन दिस पीबीआई फाइल ओनली, जो कि आपके डेस्कटॉप से आप यूज कर रहे हो, उसमें 6 तारीख की दिखाएगा वो। और गलती से अगर आपने काम करके वही पब्लिश किया विदाउट रिफ्रेश, तो आपके पावर बीआई सर्विस में भी वही 6 डेट दिखेगा। मतलब आज रात को जो रिफ्रेश हुआ था उसमें 7 दिखा रहा था, बट आपने कल क्या किया कि एक दिन पहले वाली ही पावर बीआई की जो फाइल है उस पर काम किया था और विदाउट रिफ्रेश आपने उसको पब्लिश किया, इस वजह से अगेन वो एक दिन पहले का ही उसमें डेटा दिखा रहा है। तो क्या करने का ना, मोस्टली देखो ये रिफ्रेश प्रियो होता है ना, जब भी आप सुबह काम स्टार्ट करोगे, ठीक है, मेक श्योर दैट आइदर यू आर डाउनलोडिंग द लेटेस्ट फाइल फ्रॉम पावर बीआई सर्विस, और जो आपके पास जो फाइल थी, मतलब उसके लिए भी आपको रात को पब्लिश करना पड़ेगा, जो भी आपने लेटेस्ट चेंजेस किए वो पब्लिश करना पड़ेगा। और फिर रिफ्रेश होने के बाद जब आप सुबह काम स्टार्ट करोगे, मेक श्योर दैट यू आर downloading the latest file from Power BI service. This is the first thing what you can do. And the second thing, if you are either working on that Power BI PBX file only on next day, so make sure you are going in Power Query and do Power Query and doing this refresh preview. So refresh preview and refresh all. What is the difference? In refresh preview, it will just refresh this account table. ठीक है? In this refresh preview, it will just refresh this account table, and for refresh all ये सारा रिफ्रेश हो जाएगा। ठीक है, सी यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो अभी इसमें डेटा बहुत कम है, तुरंत हो जाएगा। ठीक है, it will not take much time, like 10-20,000 rows are there in real time, 4-5 million rows are there। ठीक है, यहां से आपको रिफ्रेश प्रीव्यू करना है और मेक श्योर कि ये जो है ना, यहां से भी वो दूसरा वाला ऑप्शन जो मैंने बोला, यहां से भी एक बार रिफ्रेश लगा दो, सो दैट आपकी जो पीबीएक्स फाइल जो है, जो कि आपके डेस्कटॉप में यहाँ वहाँ कुछ ऐसी पड़ी होती है, और वो जो आप काम स्टार्ट करोगे ना, तो फिर वो पूरा कल वाला डेट होता है, फिर वो अभी रिफ्रेश करने के बाद वो फिर आज का लेटेस्ट डेट उसमें दिखाएगा। ठीक है, तो ये रिफ्रेश प्रीव्यू का ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ऑप्शन है। ठीक है, एंड वन मोर थिंग, टिल मतलब रिफ्रेश होने तक बताता हूँ। ये जो क्वेश्चन है ना, ये पूछते हैं कि आप जब काम स्टार्ट करते हो अगले दिन, तब आप लेटेस्ट पीबीएक्स फाइल डाउनलोड करते हो वहां से, या फिर उसी फाइल पे काम करते हो। तो आप मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ऐसा ही बोल दो कि जो भी चेंजेस होते हैं वो रात को हम पब्लिश कर देते हैं उसमें, और फिर लेटेस्ट फाइल ही डाउनलोड करते हैं नेक्स्ट दिन, ये सबसे बेस्ट है। और अगर फिर भी आपने बोला कि नो डाउट दैट वी वर्क ऑन दैट सेम pbx file, but at the morning we do refresh from power query editor also and power bi desktop also. ये बहुत मतलब बढ़िया उनको लगेगा कि दोनों तरफ से कर रहे हो, एक तरफ से किया पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप से भी तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट स्टिल रिफ्रेश पावर क्वेरी से क्यों करना चाहिए? द रीजन व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग, बिकॉज वॉट एवर व्यू टेबल स्टोर प्रोसीजर यू हैव फेच ना, यू आर फेचिंग फ्रॉम पावर क्वेरी इटसेल्फ. सो यहाँ पे रिफ्रेश करना सबसे बेस्ट है जो मैं फॉलो करता हूँ. ठीक है, देन ये प्रॉपर्टीज है. देखिए ये मैंने स्पेसिफिक वीडियो, आई हैव आल्सो मेड स्पेसिफिक वीडियो ऑन दिस, so you can watch that, but still I will tell you. For example, after few days you thought that this status जो टेबल है इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है, हमारे रिपोर्ट में वगैरह आ रहा नहीं है, बट फिर भी आपको डेटा एनालिसिस करने के लिए यहाँ पे वो टेबल चाहिए. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, नो नीड टू टेक दैट टेबल इन पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप. यहाँ पे पावर क्वेरी पर रख सकते हैं, पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप में लेके जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. उसके लिए आपको राइट क्लिक करना है और ये एनेबल लोड है, इसको डिसेबल करना है. और इसका फॉन्ट देख सकते हैं, ये चेंज होगा, अभी इटैलिक हो जाएगा. ठीक है, इसका फॉन्ट देखो. और जब आप क्लोज एंड अप्लाई करोगे, यहाँ पे स्टेटस टेबल है ना, अभी रिफ्रेश को यहाँ पे भी देखो, मैं यहाँ पे दिखा हूँ डेटा पेन में. अभी डेटा पेन में स्टेटस टेबल नहीं दिखेगा, कहीं पे भी यहाँ पे स्टेटस टेबल नहीं दिखेगा वो. ठीक है, और रिफ्रेश में भी नहीं दिखेगा आपको. देखिए यहाँ पे स्टेटस टेबल आपको नहीं दिखा वो. ठीक है, आप वीडियो पॉज करके देख सकते हैं क्योंकि ये तुरंत रिफ्रेश हो रहा है, क्योंकि डेटा सेट हमारा बहुत ही छोटा है. ठीक है, सो राइट नाउ आई एम अगेन अनेबलिंग दैट. तो ये एक प्रॉपर्टी का ऑप्शन है. तो ये देखिए चूज कॉलम वगैरह है ये सबसे. हाँ, द रीजन व्हाई दिस चूज कॉलम is needed in real time project, because see some of the tables are like which has 200 columns, 150 columns. So if you have to see any column of sales revenue, market value, वॉट एवर इट इज देयर, जो भी होगा, लोकल प्राइस ऐसा ना, तो आप ऐसा स्क्रोल करते नहीं बैठने का कभी कभी. ठीक है, जस्ट गो टू दिस चूज कॉलम. मैं पर्सनली क्या यूज करता हूँ, गो टू कॉलम और यहाँ पे ऐसा देखता हूँ, और यहाँ पे 200 कॉलम्स भी हो गए ना, स्क्रॉल करने में बहुत सिंपल जाता है, या फिर तुरंत यहाँ पे लिखने का ऐसा मार्केट वैल्यू फॉर एग्जाम्पल. ठीक है, या फिर अभी हमें रीजन चाहिए. ठीक है, रीजन पे जाओगे, क्लिक करोगे, डायरेक्टली क्लिक इट. ये रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, और ये चीजें इंटरव्यू में बोलने का क्या, हाँ माई टेबल हैड 100-200 कॉलम्स, टू सेव माई टाइम आई यूज टू यूज चूज कॉलम, कॉलम एंड यहाँ पे फिर गो टू कॉलम से हम जाते थे. ऐसा आप बोल सकते हो, कोई इशू नहीं. देखो यहाँ भी ऐसा ये कर सकते हो. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी आपको एक चीज मैं और एक बताता हूँ. if your pbx file is increasing more, for example if your table at 200 column and you thought that means after creating power bi report you came to know that only 60 to 70 columns are needed, और आपने प्रॉपरली बिजनेस एनालिस्ट से बात किया, रिपोर्ट प्रोडक्शनाइज हो गया, सब हो गया, उस पर अभी बाद में काम नहीं करना, हमें पब्लिश करके शेड्यूल रिफ्रेश डेली चालू रहेगा. तो अगर 70 कॉलम्स आर ओनली नीडेड एंड रेस्ट 130 कॉलम्स आर नॉट नीडेड ना, सो इन दैट केस देखिए रिमूव कॉलम्स करना चाहिए, ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ. और वैसे भी ये जो पावर क्वेरी के स्टेप्स होते हैं, ये आप उसको, ये कंप्लीटली परमानेंट नहीं होती है, टेम्पररी होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल नाउ ये रीजन का कॉलम है. ठीक है, मैं ये दो कॉलम, ठीक है, ये दो कॉलम मैंने यहाँ पे रिमूव कर दिए. ठीक है, अभी ये चले गए. आप रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में भी ऐसा कर सकते हो, क्लोज एंड अप्लाई भी कर दिया. ठीक है, यहाँ पे तो उसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं थी, द एग्जाम्पल विच आई एम गिविंग. ठीक है, देन आफ्टर वर्ड्स इफ client came with any new requirement and business analyst tells you that now we need to do this calculation that calculation, और फिर आपको वो कॉलम की जरूरत है, तो आप पावर क्वेरी में जाके वो स्टेप को रिमूव कर सकते हो. दैट्स इट. मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ फिर एक बार. अभी ये लोड करने को बहुत टाइम ले रहा है. हम्म तो जस्ट यू हैव टू गो इन पावर क्वेरी एंड फॉर दिस अकाउंटेबल, अगर आपने ये रिमूव इसका उड़ा दिया, तो आप अभी चूज कॉलम में जाओगे, गो टू कॉलम में जाओगे, आपको टेरिटरी रीजन का कॉलम दिख गया. ठीक है, बट सिर्फ पावर बीआई की फाइल की साइज कम करने के लिए द अननेसेसरी कॉलम, अनवांटेड कॉलम्स यू हैव रिमूव, सो दैट पीबीएक्स फाइल विल बी लेस। और अगर पीबीएक्स की फाइल की साइज कम होगी तो विजुअल लोडिंग टाइम डिक्रीज होगा, रिफ्रेश टाइम पब्लिश टाइम डिक्रीज होगा, कुकीज कैकीज कैची वगैरह भी ज्यादा नहीं होंगे। सब चीजों पे हेल्प करता है वो। ठीक है। और जो कॉलम आप रिमूव कर रहे हो अगर वो डेसिमल नंबर डेटा टाइप में हो गया, टेक्स्ट में हो गया ना, तो फिर तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, क्योंकि ये डेसिमल नंबर वगैरह ऐसा नहीं, ये डेटा टाइप्स बहुत मतलब बहुत स्पेस लेते हैं। लिटरली मैं बोलता हूँ डेसिमल और वो होल नंबर वाला ना, डेसिमल नंबर तो बहुत ही लेता है वो तो, मतलब पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस आई एम टेलिंग फ्रॉम रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट। ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा लेता है वो जगह। ठीक है। तो दिस ये फिर देखो ये की प्रोज वगैरह भी है ना। अभी फॉर एग्जांपल ये बहुत सिंपल है। की प्रोज स्टॉप मतलब अगर आप बोलोगे कि 20 रोज रखो, ठीक है, तो ये 20 रोज सिर्फ रखेगा इन दिस केस। ठीक है, यू कैन ऑल्सो रिमूव इट। बॉटम रोज रेंज वगैरह है। ये एक रिमूव डुप्लीकेट का ऑप्शन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में। ठीक है। यहाँ पे मैं को एक एग्जांपल, अभी यहाँ पे डुप्लीकेट्स नहीं है, ये सब ये प्राइमरी की है मोस्टली, ये भी प्राइमरी की है। ठीक है, इस पे दिखाता हूँ मैं, आपको तो पता ही है। ठीक है, ये जो डुप्लीकेट्स जो वैल्यू होते हैं ना वो सबको रिमूव करता है, तो रिमूव डुप्लीकेट्स भी आपको, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट फॉरेन की टू प्राइमरी की, इन दैट केसेस आल्सो यू यूज दिस रिमूव डुप्लीकेट ऑप्शन। ठीक है, ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है। स्प्लिट कॉलम भी है कि आप कॉलम को स्प्लिट कर सकते हो। ठीक है, बाय पोजीशन नंबर, ये मोस्टली नहीं यूज होता। ठीक है, बट फिर भी मैं आपको एक बार दिखाता हूँ बाय पोजीशन वगैरह। अगर आपने 10 बोला, ठीक है, तो 10 अल्फाबेट्स के बाद वो निकाल देता है। ये ज्यादा रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में नहीं यूज होते। ठीक है, रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में अभी क्या यूज होता है मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ। रिप्लेस वाला। ठीक है, तो नाउ लेट्स सी कि सबसे ज्यादा कौन सा है। नहीं, 11 का सिर्फ एक ही है। ठीक है, नहीं, लेट्स डू दिस क्यूसी वी विल रिप्लेस। सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, कितने तरह से रिप्लेस किया जाता है और कौन से वेज है। ठीक है, कितने तरह से और कौन से वेज है। पहला, होम टैब में जाके रिप्लेस ऑप्शन पे क्लिक करना। ठीक है, ये क्यूसी जो, जस्ट 2 मिनट्स। हाँ। सो ठीक है, तो कितने तरह से रिप्लेस कर सकते हो, तो ये जो क्यूसी है उसको हम रिप्लेस करेंगे इंडिया से। चलो, ठीक है। ठीक है, ऐसा रिप्लेस हुआ। ये बहुत सिंपल होता है बट ये लगता है, क्योंकि नल वैल्यू जो होती है ना, जब नल आती है ना, तो उसको हम जीरो से भी रिप्लेस करते हैं। ठीक है, रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में उसका रीजन मैं बताता हूँ क्यों। बट लेट मी टेल यू फर्स्ट, रिप्लेस ये पहले तरीके से करने आता है। दूसरे, राइट क्लिक करने का, और यहाँ पे रिप्लेस है। ठीक है, देन क्यूसी विथ इंडिया। ठीक है, हो गया। ये दूसरी तरह से रिप्लेस है, और सेल पे क्लिक करके रिप्लेस। ठीक है, क्यूसी विद इंडिया, सेल पे क्लिक करने के बाद यहाँ पे क्यूसी लिखने के नो नीड ऑफ दैट, ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल टेक इंडिया। ठीक है, दीज आर द थ्री वेज हाउ यू कैन डू रिप्लेस। दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन इन सेकेंड सिनेरियो बेस्ड टेक्निकल राउंड, सिनेरियो बेस्ड लॉजिकल राउंड। ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है। अभी मैंने एक ऑप्शन आपको बोला कि नल को जीरो से रिप्लेस क्यों किया जाता है, पॉपुलेशन होगा ऐसा कुछ तो। फॉर एग्जांपल, सो लेट्स टेक एग्जांपल कि आप स्टेट्स पॉपुलेशन पे दिखा रहे हो। इंडिया के जो स्टेट्स हैं पॉपुलेशन पे दिखा रहे हो, तो डेटाबेस में आपके पास सारे स्टेट्स है और उनके पॉपुलेशन है, ठीक है। बट अगर ऐसा कोई स्टेट है उसका नल दिखा रहा है, नल, तो आपका जो ट्री मैप है, आपका जो पाई चार्ट है ना, तो उसमें खाली 9 ही स्टेट्स दिखाएंगे, जो नल वाला है वो वैल्यू नहीं लेता, ठीक है। आपके डेटाबेस में तो 10 स्टेट है, 10 स्टेट्स आर देयर इन योर डेटाबेस, 10 स्टेट्स आर देयर, महाराष्ट्र, राजस्थान, यूपी, तमिलनाडु है और उसकी पॉपुलेशन है। बट फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ एनी स्टेट इज हैविंग नल वैल्यू इन योर डेटाबेस, सो व्हेन यू विल फेच इन पावर बीआई, ठीक है, एंड यू विल शो इन योर विजुअल लाइक ट्री मैप, पाई चार्ट, डोनट चार्ट, सो इट विल शो ओनली 9 स्टेट्स। इट इज द विजुअल बिहेवियर, ठीक है। तो आपको जो नल वाला है वो बैकएंड से यहाँ पे 0 करना है, और फिर उसका डेटा टाइप अगर डेसिमल है तो फिक्स डेसिमल नंबर करना है, सो दैट 0.00 ऐसा दिखाएगा, अगर डेसिमल चाहिए तो, ठीक है। वो अगर क्लाइंट का रिक्वायरमेंट होगा तो ऐसे, तो उस केस में फिर वो प्रॉपरली आपको दिखा देगा 10 स्टेट्स पाई चार्ट में, जो भी आपका विजुअल है। नहीं तो एक्सपोर्ट फंक्शनैलिटी जो होती है उसमें वो 9 स्टेट्स ही आएंगे, अगर नल आपने यूज करके विजुअल बनाया तो इस वजह से रिप्लेस बहुत यूज किया जाता है, ठीक है। रिप्लेस, कंकैटिनेशन, ठीक है, अगेन रिमूव कॉलम्स, ये जो मैंने चीजें बताई है ना, ये रियल टाइम में बहुत यूज की जाती है। प्रॉपर्टीज का जो एनेबल डिसेबल है ना, ये ज्यादा यूज नहीं किया जाता। एंटर डेटा जो है वो ज्यादा यूज नहीं किया जाता, बट इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। कीप रोज, रिमूव रोज, ये ज्यादा यूज नहीं किया जाता, हाँ, रिमूव कॉलम्स वगैरह यूज किया जाता है, ठीक है, like this. Now coming to our 10th point is this append, ठीक है, 10th and our last point is our append. So append is like combining of two tables. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे केसेस है और ये स्टेटस टेबल है, बट अपेंड करने के लिए, अपेंड में आप 2 टेबल, 3 टेबल, जितने भी टेबल है आप उसको अपेंड कर सकते हो, ठीक है। ऑलवेज टेक अपेंड क्वेरी एज न्यू, so that when we will combine cases and status column, so that it will append and make new column, ठीक है। वही वही पे अपेंड नहीं करना चाहिए, जो भी आपका मेन चीज है ना उसको वैसे ही रहने देना। जब मैंने कंकैटिनेशन, व्हेन वी हैव डन कंकैटिनेशन ना, सी आई हैव यूज्ड दिस ऐड कॉलम एंड वी क्रिएटेड दिस न्यू कॉलम हियर एट द एंड, हियर यहाँ पे, सो दैट आप अपना जो मेन कॉलम है ना, यहाँ पे न्यू कॉलम हमने बनाया, अपने मेन कॉलम का कुछ नहीं होने देने का। वैसे ही जब अपेंड कर रहे हो तो आवर मेन टेबल, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू अपेंड 2 टेबल्स, केसेस एंड स्टेटस, करेक्ट है। तो यहाँ पे अपेंड क्वेरी एज न्यू लेने का, सो दैट न्यू कॉलम, न्यू टेबल बन जाए, ठीक है। तो अपेंड में आपको क्या करने का है, 2 टेबल्स है यहाँ पे, पहला आपका केसेस है, दूसरा स्टेटस है, एंड जस्ट ओके बोलना है, ठीक है। एक न्यू टेबल बन गया है देखो, ठीक है। बट अपेंड करते हो यहाँ पे देखो, टेबल कंबाइन है, ये एम लैंग्वेज का फंक्शन है, टेबल कंबाइन। देखिए मैंने टेक्स्ट कंबाइन में आपको बता दिया, और ये मैं टेबल कंबाइन में बता रहा हूँ। ये ऐसी चीजें इंटरव्यू में बोलने की, हाँ आई नो दैट एम लैंग्वेज टेबल कंबाइन है, टेक्स्ट कंबाइन है, ऐसा वाला आप बोल सकते हो। तो केसेस और स्टेटस को कर दिया। बट इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन क्या होता है, व्हाट आर द प्री रिक्विजिट while doing append of 2 table, 3 table? So the first thing is the number of columns should be same. टेबल 1 में अगर 10 कॉलम है तो टेबल 2 में भी 10 कॉलम चाहिए। द डेटा टाइप शुड बी सेम, द नेम ऑफ कॉलम शुड बी ऑल्सो बी सेम। नेम अगर नहीं होगा तो चलता है, फजी ऑप्शन से मैच करता है, बट फिर भी द नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स एंड डेटा टाइप मस्ट बी सेम, ठीक है। ये चीज है अपेंड की। अभी अपेंड में 2 टेबल्स को उसने कंबाइन किया, तो फिर यहाँ पे अगर टेबल 1 में 50 रोज है और टेबल 2 में 40 रोज है, तो अपेंड का रिजल्ट क्या आएगा, ये भी एक इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन फ्रेशर के लिए होता है। तो उसका रिजल्ट 90 आएगा, क्योंकि 50 प्लस 40 किया, जो यूनियन ऑल में करता है, यूनियन में करता है वही, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो केसेस, केसेस में 10,000 रोज है, स्टेटस में 10,000 रोज है, अपेंड में कितना दिखेगा, 20,000, परफेक्ट, ठीक है। और नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स और कॉलम नेम सब सेम थे, डेटा टाइप सेम थे, उसने प्रॉपरली अपेंड भी कर दिया। यहाँ पे देख सकते हो आप, स्क्रॉल भी करते हैं हम नीचे, ठीक है। कभी भी रियल टाइम प्रोजेक्ट में ये इसको चेंज करने का, और इसको MMDD 4 टाइम्स वाई या MMDD वाई फॉरेन क्लाइंट होगा तो ठीक है, MMDD। अगर इंडिया का क्लाइंट होगा तो DDMM भी चलता है, बट मोस्टली फॉरेन ही होते हैं। MMDD 4 टाइम्स वाई करने का, और क्लाइंट के सामने 4 टाइम्स वाई नहीं बोलने का, क्लाइंट के सामने वाई 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 ऐसा 4 टाइम बोलने का। ऐसा एक्सप्लेन करते वक्त ऐसा नहीं बोलने का, हाँ, कि वी आर फॉलोइंग दिस डेट फॉर्मेट एज MMDD 4 टाइम्स वाई। इन US और इन फॉरेन these types of words are not used, you have to tell, you have to spell like this, MMDD वाई 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 वाई, ठीक है। ऐसा बोलना पड़ेगा आपको, 4 बार वाई 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 बोलना पड़ेगा लाइक दिस, बट ऐसा 4 टाइम्स वाई ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते, ठीक है। होप आपको समझ में आया जो मैंने अभी बोला हो, ठीक है। सो सी दीज वर द सम important थिंग्स, लेट मी रिपीट इट वंस अगेन। जो रियल टाइम में पहला कंकेटिनेशन हमने देखा वो यूज होता है, ठीक है। एवरी रिपोर्ट भी बोल सकते हैं यूज होता है अगर टेबल मैट्रिक्स में वर्क कर रहे हो तो, ठीक है। एंटर डेटा जो दूसरा देखा वो इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट इट इज नॉट यूज ऑलवेज, डिपेंड्स ऑन द सिचुएशन और डिपेंड्स ऑन रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट एवरीथिंग। थर्ड थिंग रिफ्रेश प्रीव्यू, ये तो डेली यूज होता है, ठीक है। दिस इज द ऑक्सीजन ऑफ योर पावर बी रिपोर्ट, सो ये डेली होता है। प्रॉपर्टीज अगेन जो मैंने आपको ये एनेबल लोड वगैरह बोला, ये अगेन सिचुएशन पे या फिर उस पर डिपेंड करता है। चूज रिमूव कॉलम्स, ये जो चूज डेली इट इज यूज, रिमूव कॉलम्स अगर पीबीआई परफॉर्मेंस वाइज का इशू होगा तो उस केस में हम करते हैं। की प्रोज वगैरह ये डिपेंड करता है अगेन, ठीक है। ये एक चीज मैं आपको बताता हूँ, ये बहुत सिंपल है। ये जो असेंडिंग डिसेंडिंग है ना, ये भी थोड़ा यूज होता है, ठीक है। ऐसे आप सॉर्ट कर सकते हो। राइट नाउ आई विल रिमूव दिस, बट ये असेंडिंग डिसेंडिंग पे करते हैं। एंड हाँ, लास्ट सेकेंड जो मैंने बोला, रिप्लेस वैल्यू, रिप्लेस वैल्यू 3 प्रकार से की जाती है और आप रिप्लेस वैल्यू करते हो। और नल से जीरो में इफ यू हैव टू रिप्लेस दैट, इन दैट केस आल्सो यू यूज इट। और अपेंड क्वेरी, अपेंड क्वेरी ये बार बार यूज नहीं किया जाता, बट दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन, सो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन यू वेरी प्रॉपरली, एंड ऑल्सो द 3 prerequisites which are there, that also I have explained you properly, ठीक है। ये देखिए टेक्स्ट कंबाइन, अगेन एम लैंग्वेज, और वो अभी देखा था अपेंड में वो टेबल कंबाइन था, ठीक है। So today's video is about Power Query Editor real-time projects part 2. So first, in first part, you all know that we have started Power Query Editor real-time scenarios which are there in real-time projects or also asked in interviews that we have discussed. In part 1, we have discussed about 10 things. Today also we are going to discuss 9 to 10 things like column from example is there, data profiling is there, index column, then conditional column and date extraction. All those things today we are going to practically, not discuss only, practically I am going to show you. In first part also I have shown, in second part also I am going to show you practically all these things. So if you have not seen the first part, in playlist, Power Query Editor playlist, you will get that first part link. 30-40 minutes it is there, you can watch that also. See, that is also most important. Okay, so we will start with today's video, Power Query Editor real-time scenarios part 2, about 8 to 10 scenarios or 8 to 10 options I am going to explain you today. ठीक है, so we all know that from database team, whether it is SQL or Snowflake or anything, they make consumption view, they make view store procedure. So we fetch the view from our backend. From where we fetch? From Power Query only we fetch, whether it is like from new source, or if earlier if any view is available, then we just do duplicate, and from source navigation we replace the new view and then we rename here. These are the two ways, basic ways from where we do. So after that, what we do, we every time check two things. Okay, the first thing is like data type we check. Okay, what we check? Data type. Regarding data type, for example, let me tell you now, regarding data type, now if this city is there, then it will always have text data type only. Now there is no point in this city having whole number or decimal number data type. Or if for example, now let's say this latitude is there, then it, see, it is there in decimal number, so it will be in 1.2 only. See, decimal number, this text ABC, and whole number. Now this annual revenue will have whole number only. If you find any mismatch regarding data type, mostly you can find that mismatch in these numerical columns or date columns which are there. Mostly from backend, if any error is there, they'll always tell that backend team, SQL team, Snowflake team to change the data type. It's always better to change the data type from backend itself where the view was made, because they have got the source file from client, then from raw to landing, landing to data vault, from data vault to then view. That all four stages they have passed and made that view. So it's always better to change the data type from backend so that the mismatch will not happen. Like if number of rows are there, and if this addition is there or group by anything aggregation we are doing, that mismatch, data mismatch will not happen. Make sure that whatever data type, if any issue you are finding, for example, if this annual revenue is there and you have got that in text, or this latitude you have got in text, contact the SQL developer, contact the Snowflake developer, and tell him to change the data type from the backend itself. And here what you have to do after he change, just refresh preview. That's it. This is regarding data type. But for whatever views, how many views you are fetching, for 1 2 3 4 whatever, make sure take 30 minutes, 1 hour time. What I do, what we do, what professional Power BI developers do is that whenever they get view or table, no matter how many columns are there, 15 20 100 200 300, one by one column they check properly data type of it. That's the most important thing at the start of the report, start of the project. Checking the data type properly is very important. You will think that it is just a basic thing, no, but still it is going to means when if you are creating DAX or sorry, measure with the help of DAX or calculate column or conditional column, anything, so the data type must be correct only. So the first thing in real time projects is checking the data type. Okay. So now second point is regarding data profiling. There are three options: column quality, column distribution, and column profile. Okay. Now regarding column quality, see, I have told you clearly in many videos, and today also I am telling, column quality checking the health of your column. ठीक है, health. For example, if anything is happening to you, you go to doctor. Doctor is consulting you. Column quality is also checking this only. See, this campaign sec is there. It is checking the health of this column. 100% valid, empty 0%, and error 0% it is there. ठीक है. Mostly column quality option we are checking for this only, error and empty. How much empty that column is there, or how much error we are having. Okay, the second most thing is data profiling. And data profiling, column quality is the important thing. Then column distribution is there. In column distribution, only two things are shown mostly: distinct and unique. In that particular column, it will be applied to all tables. Huh? See, you can check here. Not only campaigns table, all tables. If you are enabling, if you are clicking here, it will be work on all the columns. Right now, let's check for this factor. So in factor, what it is showing, there are four distinct values and only one unique is there. You can see four distinct values. Like, see this 3 is there, 1 is there, 11 is there, and 5 is there. Okay, four different values are there. Like that is only distinct. 3 has came, 1 is there, 11 is there, and 5 is there. And in unique, only one unique, means this 11 has come only once. That's the unique. 3 is repeated, 1 is repeated, 5 is repeated, but 11 has came only once. That's the difference between distinct and unique. This is the important question, especially for freshers or the one who is having 1 year of experience. Those who are having 3 4, no one is going to ask you such a simple question. But for freshers and internship students, this question will be asked: distinct and unique difference between. So this was our second option, column distribution. Third is column profile. See, in column profile, what it is going to show you for, let's say, for this campaign say column, how many values are there, records are there, count 10, error empty. See, column profile is, it will show about column quality in column distribution also. See, error empty distinct unique. The main point in column profile is count we have to check, and what is the max, mean and average value. You can see the mean value means minimum value is 7001, max value is 7010, and average of it will show. We can also check for like this other column I will show you. You can see, you have to click here. See, count is 300 rows are there, minimum value is 1500. We can check here also if possible. See, minimum value is 1500, max value is 10,000. See, max value, average it is showing 6038, sorry. Okay, so the two important things in real time projects whenever we get view or table, first is checking the data type properly. Second, and if you find any error in data type, contact the backend team and tell them to change it and just refresh it. Please don't change on your own here because the data mismatch will happen. Okay? So these are the two important things. Now let's move to the third thing. It is format. Uh, hmm. See, this is very basic thing. Like you will say what it is there in this lowercase uppercase, but see sometimes what client says now, sometimes see what I have seen in real time projects that we get data into uppercase from client itself. Huh? Whole capital will be there, but it doesn't look good in our Power BI report. Regarding this column which is there, column name will always be there in capital only. Database team which is there now, they always create that in capital only, and we can change that in from this option. See, let me tell you. See, whenever we pass here now, if any city we are passing, we can change here name. We get this in capital from backend team, so we can change this in Power BI report in small case. But regarding the data which is there inside, many times what I have observed that we get that in capital from client itself only, not from data type database team, from client itself. So what client said as show, he wants to see that in normal, slow, lowercase or capitalize each word and like this first. So in that case we use this lowercase, uppercase and capitalize each word. Okay, these options are used, this capitalize each word or then lowercase, complete lowercase. See here now this first alphabet has been removed and uppercase. Okay, like mostly like this data we get from client, then he tell us to show in like this first alphabet as capital and later on small. Okay, so this format option is also used in real time project. Mostly many times I have seen, so that it will look proper in your Power BI report. See, if this type we are showing in our Power BI report, whether it is pie chart or donut chart or table, anything, it will not look good. You can also visualize that thing. So that's the reason this basic, it is very basic option, but it is used in real time project. Okay? You can tell this in interview. Basic things, not an issue. Now coming to our this option, standard. See, in this standard, there are three important things which are used in real time project. Add, multiply and subtract, in which addition to pakka we are using 100%. I am telling because I am also using that. Okay. See, addition is very simple, like adding two columns or adding three columns, anything. Mostly use this add column tab, not transform tab. For example, always use shift up. So for example, if these two tables, these two columns addition we are doing, and if in transform tab also we are able to see the standard and option. If you do if we use there only, it will happen here only on this column only, but in add column it will create new column and then addition of these two columns will happen. So when these types of things are there, so see sometimes if account number is there, any any type of number is there, and if client want to see sales, revenue, amount, and anything, so he tells to add that two columns. So we can do that in Power BI desktop also, no doubt. With calculate column we can do two sums, but you can do it in Power Query itself or at backend of Power BI tool. So you just select this two column and just do addition and give proper name to this column. Okay, for example, like this, for example, if I'm giving, so then we can create like this. Okay, so this addition is also used. Addition or depends or multiplication. Mostly subtract is not used, but addition and multiplication we are using in real-time project. It is very simple. Only two, three columns addition or subtraction is there. But yeah, these types of thing even I have used in my real-time project. You can say directly amount was there, market value was there, and then we have to add that two column and any balance or any type of balance we have to show. In that case we have used this, no issue. You can say directly in real time project these types of also observations or requirements are coming. No doubt it is very simple, but those are coming especially for the one who are working on simple reports, we can say, or intermediate level of reports, or the one who are freshers or who is having 1 year of experience, they get to work on simple reports only. In that case it is used. Okay, so now let's come to these parts. Now I will show you date extraction. Okay. Okay, now wait, I will show you one more thing and then we will move to data extraction. See, let's move to column from example. If we go to column from example option now, see many times what is happening, like when we get view, from view itself we are getting uh, date column like in text format. Always tell them to do it in date format only. But if we get in text format now, how to convert it into data type? So make sure here also you can do, or with the help of column from example. Just go clear. Right now you can see this column case created in ABC text type. Just click on column from example from selection. Just double click here and select this third option. If you will select this first option, as it is duplicate it will do. When you are selecting this third option and just doing OK, the new date column is getting form, new column is getting form, and it is in date data type. See, you can see date data type it is. This way you can overcome this situation. If from backend itself, if date column is coming in ABC, you can change here, not an issue. Okay, make sure that you are creating new column only. No need to do on this column only, like changing from here. No need to do that. You can create new column. Mostly what we follow. Okay, then one more thing, like here also see, from here also you can select add column from example. Many other options are also there. See, like day of week, like two means one is like Monday, two Tuesday, three Wednesday, seven is Sunday. You can also check which day it was, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever date it is there now, which day it was, or end of the month, start of the month, fifth month is there, May month is there, second quarter it is there. From here column from example, which next topic we are going to check date extraction, in that also I will show you. But from column from example also you can extract this thing. This is the interview question, that if I want to extract name of the day, like Tuesday, Wednesday, if I'm having date column and I want to extract name of the day, which are the two ways from which you can extract in Power Query Editor, not in Power BI Desktop. In Power BI Desktop, with the help of DAX, we can do, but in Power Query Editor, if I am having date column and I want to extract name of the day, which are the two ways, then the first is date extraction, this option, and the second is from column of the example. From M language also we can do, not an issue. See, if I am clicking like this and just doing OK, it will automatically extract and show me. Okay, name of the day I have extracted. One more thing we will extract. Name of the day. Hmm. Which day it is there in year. This also we have extracted. Like 145th. There are total 365 days now. And these also we have extracted. Okay? These are the some of the ways what we can extract. And now coming to our date extraction option, same it is like that only. We will click on date. For using date extraction we need date data type only. On that column I was checking, the options were not showing. The reason was because it is text data type. This is date data type. You have to click here, just year, click on year and year. It will extract the year. See, 2021, whatever it is there, it will show you properly. We are having less data only, so it has shown. If you want to extract month, which month it is, or days in month, see now it has extract the days in month, whether the month is having 31, 30, 20, or whatever it is the situation. Then now let me tell you why it is used this date extraction. Okay, so for example, if number of employees are there, okay, and client is coming with requirement that he want to check in first quarter how many number of employees were there, total number of employees. In second quarter how many number of employees were there total. Then in third, third and fourth quarter. Okay, so in that case you have just got the date column, so you have to extract the quarters like this. Now close and apply. Wait, it is getting loaded. Clients want to see on the basis of name of the day or a quarter or anything. We have extracted everything. We will check it properly. Now let's click on new page. Let's use this pie chart. This quarter we will use and number of employees. This quarter will come in legend. See, we are able to see here properly that in all quarters it is showing equal only. Now we will check for number of employees, and for day also we have extracted now. Day name. The reason why I paused the video now, because see there was one error and I have found that actually. So now we will not take that example, because if again I need to explain it properly, but there was some error at backend only of that data only and modeling all that. Okay, so to understand in simple words I will give you one another example. So what I have told you, that for example if date column we have got and client said that he want to see that on quarter basis regarding Q1 Q2. In quarter one how many minutes or annual revenue what it was there. Then if you want to check, so now we have passed this quarter 1 to 3, and for example if this now resolution in minutes is there. Okay, so in first quarter how much it was there, like 51%, second quarter was 30%, third was 18%. Same for here on day basis, on which day it was too good. So you can see this blue Monday and Wednesday, that resolution minute was more. So like this on basis of any day, or on the way, mostly quarter is seen, quarter and month. See, mostly quarter and month are followed in first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, how much it is there, or in month like January month, how much in that first quarter, in January month, how much it was there. Sorry, January, February, March, properly, particularly if they want to check, then they will check that thing. Okay, now coming to the basic and the most important thing. See, while fetching the view, what I have told you, after fetching, we need to check data types, then we check data profile option in that column, quality, everything. But there is one here, see, in choose column, we can see this choose column option is there. Okay, so this is very important option for in many times when I work on real time project, like some of the views were having 200 300 columns. But what I observe after checking BRD, business requirement document specification document, which is there, or after checking sample reports from client, or Excel sample reports, or any Power BI, if any Power BI sample reports are given, after checking what I've observed, that from the 200 columns, only 50 columns are needed in real-time project at that time. Like while creating measures or calculate column, only 50 columns are needed. No need of that rest 150 column. So no need to fetch that rest 150 column and increase the Power BI file size. ठीक है, this question is asked in real in interview, that what you will do to make your Power BI file performance wise better. So you can say, after checking BRS document, after consulting with business analyst and your manager, anyone, the column which are required, that only we are fetching. No need to fetch other columns also. So you can go to this choose column. So you feel that now see, these we will uncheck this. You think that account name, street, city, these are only required columns. For example, annual revenue, annual number, and this account idea. Rest no column is required for your calculation thing. So you can choose this and just OK. Other columns will automatically remove. See, whatever columns you selected, that has only came. And here also you can see remove other columns. Automatically that step has happened. This is the most important thing at the start of report. We ignore this thing, but this is most important thing. And see, in this fx formula bar, you are able to see these columns. Okay, if you want to add any other column, then you can just choose column, select here state province, and just OK. That will get added here. Or you can also write here also in this double inverted comma. See, this state province came here. Okay, right now I am removing this step. Just want to show you. So I have done that. Okay, so this choose column wala is also very important. Now coming to index type. Okay, this cases is there, or this campaign is there. Let's see. And see, if you want to add primary key here, okay, from Power BI side, so just go to this add column, index column, and you can select from 0 or 1, mostly from 1 only we take. So now we have added this primary key here, and we can drag at the start also. So this is also the main, sometimes not many times this option is used, but from Power BI end, if you have to add primary key or any index column on serial row number basis properly from 1 to 110, whatever 1000 it is there, you can add here. Just go to add column ribbon, add index column from 1 or 0, mostly from 1 only we use this thing. ठीक है, if you want to add primary key from your end in Power BI tool from Power BI editor, like this we can do it. Now coming to this point, in cases rounding option is there, one more. I will show you proper option. See, we are having these two columns, latitude and longitude. Okay, so just go here, click on this column, rounding up, rounding down. I will show you rounding up. Again, we will go to this column, latitude, and rounding down we will do. So what it has done now, see, this latitude was there 4.10, 4.23, it was there. This minus 34.6 you can check. See, when you are doing rounding up now, So it is showing up value like 48 point something was there, then up it will show 49. 42.7 was there, then it will show 43. Up will always go up. For example, if 2.7 is there, for example, if round up you are doing, then it will show 3. For round down, it will show 2 only for 2.7 value. For example, if 11.3 is there, round up will show 12, round down will show 11. Okay, so this round up and round down is also used in real time projects. For example, if you are having any column and let's see that client has only told that he want that rounded value only. In Excel though it happens after exporting, but here also if he wants that na, just you can use this option. Automatically it will remove the decimals and it will show just whole number. No need to directly change data type from original column. Just do round up and round down, it will automatically happen that thing. Okay, so this is also the main thing which is used in real time projects. Now coming to last option, conditional column. Let's see, now you are having this number of employees column. Let's see if your client says that he wants the number of employees who are less than 5,000, categorize that into low and other into high and show on annual revenue. Then you can create conditional column also in this case. Okay, employees condition, number of employees is less than 5,000, then categorize it as low. If number of employees are greater than and equal to 5,000, then categorize it as high, not applicable, else we will add. So it will now create one column and it will show high and low. Employees condition we have passed and annual revenue. Though the one who are below 5,000 are like 36% and the one have more than 5,000 are around 63%. Okay. So these were some of the 9 to 10 things which are used in real-time projects, in which the most important was checking data type at the start, then data profiling, then like extracting the important columns. Like at last I've shown you choose column option. Okay. Then again was like data extraction column from example. If you want to show on quarter basis or on day name of the day basis, if conditional formatting you have to use, then standard like adding or multiplying 2 3 columns, and index column is also not used much, but it is very important if you want to add the key to your in your report, that too in Power BI tool, not from backend. Okay, so today's video is about the questions which were asked in interview in IBM company. Okay, so you all know that there are many openings in IBM for data analyst and Power BI. So these were the questions asked in the first and second technical round. You all know that second technical round is a scenario based round. So 2 questions I am going to cover, and definitely I guarantee you that you might have not listened or read these questions anywhere. So okay, so these are the 2 questions. Okay, we will cover with it. And if you are new on the channel, make sure you are subscribing and pressing bell icon for all upcoming videos, and follow us on social media, especially Instagram. So properly we will cover these 2 questions. The first question is, let's say it is related to Power BI service. Suppose schedule refresh took yesterday 10 minutes to refresh, and today it took more than 30 minutes. Okay. Yesterday schedule refresh took 10 minutes, but today it took more than 30 minutes. Your internet connection is fine, gateway is fine, credentials are not expired, the data set owner is correct, everything is correct. No technical issues are there. Your view is also correct, no issues at backend end, no CrowdStrike, nothing. But still your schedule refresh on same view on same storage procedure, it took yesterday 10 minutes, but today it took more than 30 minutes. Why? The reason, first of all, what is schedule refresh? Okay, then we connect gateway. Gateway is like a middle agent which connects on premises with cloud. So whenever the new incremental data, let's say your data is updating on daily basis, so whatever the new rows which are there, okay, those will get added to view, and once you refresh your Power BI, then whatever the new rows are there, it will be your Power BI report will show data as per the new incremental data or new rows which were added to it, new data which were added to it. Okay, so after schedule refresh, the new data gets updated. Okay, so the reason why it took yesterday 10 minutes and today 30 minutes is that, let's say, because yesterday the new data which came, for example, those were 10,000 rows only. Okay, but today it took more than 30 minutes because today the new data, new incremental data which has came, it is like more than 30, 40, 50,000 rows. The way, like, if the new data which is coming, if it's huge, then definitely it will take more time. But if a data is less, then it can happen in 10 minutes also. Let me tell you my example. I was working on one report. Okay, it was having one view. We fetch that view from Snowflake. Okay, so sometimes in 5 6 minutes also it was loading, schedule refresh was happening, but sometimes it used to take 20 20 25 minutes also. And when I used to go in data view and check the number of rows, then I used to see that, yeah, today the new rows has been updated, many rows has updated. Okay, so this is the main reason. Hope you understood that first question. If you have any doubt, make sure you are commenting. Within 1 hour, I will reply you. तो सेकंड क्वेश्चन अपना क्या है कि अपनी पीवीएक्स फाइल है. सो व्हेन यू वर्क ऑन पीवीएक्स फाइल, हम क्या करते हैं, पब्लिश करते हैं. ठीक है, हम पब्लिश दो जगह से कर सकते हैं. पहली चीज ये है, लोगों को लगता है सिर्फ पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप से कर सकते हैं. नहीं, यू कैन पब्लिश डायरेक्टली विद पावर बीआई सर्विस ऑल्सो. बट अपना जो क्वेश्चन है वो पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखते हैं. So suppose you are working on Power BI desktop, PBIX file, and it is not getting published. What are the reasons for that? Okay, तो द सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रीजन क्या है, यू आर हैविंग P1 लाइसेंस प्रो अकाउंट, और आपको पता है प्रो लाइसेंस में PBIX फाइल 1 GB के ऊपर नहीं जा सकती. ठीक है, 1024 MB 1 GB होता है. हाँ, बट एक चीज मैं बताता हूँ, 1100 MB या थोड़ा सा चलता है, 1200 MB के बाद नहीं वो वर्क करता. मैंने खुद ने 1100 MB के फाइल प्रो अकाउंट के साथ पब्लिश किए, तो वो 1200 MB के बाद बिल्कुल भी पब्लिश नहीं होता. ये थ्रेश होल्ड है. हो गया, तो आपका प्रो अकाउंट था, योर प्रो अकाउंट वाज देयर एंड पीबीएक्स हैज क्रॉस मोर देन 1 GB. सेकंड, ये जो है सेकंड, बहुत लोगों को, मेनी पीपल डोंट नो दिस थिंग, बट इफ द सेम फाइल is open 2 times by mistakenly, sometimes we click on that file, it's not get open, it is not getting open, so again we click. Okay, so sometimes what happens, one file with two names जो है वो 2 बार खुल रही है. तो उस केस में आप किसी एक फाइल पे काम कर रहे हैं, पब्लिश करना चाहते हो, बट पब्लिश नहीं होता. वो एक बहुत मेन रीजन है. एक ही फाइल 2 बार खुली है, और फिर आप किसी एक फाइल में चेंजेस कर रहे हो, देन यू आर ट्राइंग टू पब्लिश, बट इट विल नॉट गेट पब्लिश. थर्ड इज इंटरनेट इशू. यस, दिस इज ऑल्सो द मेन रीजन. इफ इंटरनेट इशू इज देयर, so definitely it will have impact. Don't have permission for workspace. Yeah, at client side there are UAT, test, prod, dev, ऐसे workspace होते हैं. And when you work, you try to publish in UAT और dev workspace, तो शायद आपको उस workspace का access भी permission भी नहीं होगा. Fifth is outdated version of PBI desktop. Yeah, this is also the main reason. Let's say today is September 2024, and maybe you might be using March or Feb 2024, 6 months before. So in that case also, if outdated version, it considered it as outdated version and it will not be published also. ये जो छठा रीजन है, ये एक बहुत मेन है, स्पेशली फॉर Azure Data Lake and डायरेक्ट क्वेरी. ठीक है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सिक्स, if refresh is going at backend, any activity is going at backend, especially select all जो query है वो Azure Data Lake पे चल रही है, और आप Power BI data set, if you are working on Power BI data set, if direct query is there, definitely it will not get published. Mark my words. Leave about publish, your PBI desktop will also not work properly sometimes. because it's a direct query. Whatever you are going to do, it is directly going to hit it. That's the also the main reason why import mode is also good. Okay, this is the main thing. Sixth point is the main thing. Let me highlight you in case of direct query. If your account is deactivated or restricted, ये एक हो सकता है. ठीक है, this is also the main reason. And heavy cookies and caches in pbad desktop. See, one thing what good habit I'm having now, whenever I start work at the morning, I make sure that on the pbacks file, whatever pbacks file I'm working, I am clearing the cookies caches properly. The reason is because आपके power by engine से अगर आप ये clear कर दोगे तो even your performance analyzer will work properly. It will give correct stats, otherwise it will give wrong stats if cookies caches are not clear on daily basis. Okay, so and also it will impact while publishing your pbx report. So these are the two questions which were asked in IBM. Okay, and so these two questions I have covered. So those are really main question, especially the schedule refresh. This is the first time only you might have heard on internet and everywhere. And these were the two questions. If you are having asking the first technical round in Accenture, and it was past 3 months, how to calculate 9 months, 12 months. The reason why on 3 months they ask, because you all know that quarter is of 3 months. Okay, so they want to see for 1 quarter, for 2 quarter, for continue 3 4 quarter. They want to see how to calculate. Okay, so now in our case, the main business, let's do little bit of data assessment. At the end of the day, the main thing while working on Power BI is data assessment and data discovery. So here we are having one column. Okay, in see active energy, this is the data related to energy and all those things. So this is our the main column. So we are not having total sales, total revenue every time. There the reason why I came with this data, because it completely different data. People only work on finance data or anything, but these are also some of the main data. Like see, you can even see the active energy contracts and active contracts, everything. So now I will tell you how to write a DAX for past 3 months. Okay, already in previous video we have checked for MTD QTD YTD. If you have not seen, then you can watch that video. But right now we will check for past 3 months. But before starting, let's calculate for past 3 months. So now we will definitely use calculate. Okay, then sum of our active energy column it was. ठीक है हाँ, monthly consumption fact, active energy column. Let's say if your measure is already created here, then you can also pass measure like calculate of total active energy directly. But now here measure was not made, so now we will write it. So dates in period, and after that our date column. So date column we will take off calendar date, because calendar date is connected, the it's the main date. Okay, then last date we will mention. Okay, and whatever last date, because we have to find the past 3 months now, so last date we have to specifically mention, and then close bracket, then -3. Okay, then on month we have to find. Now if you have to find on year, then you can take year and year month and divided by 3 we will do. Okay, here I guess one bracket left, and yeah, it's correct. So for past 3 months we have found. So now we will take one card, and we will pass this value. So this value 2.99 billion is the past 3 months active energy. So now little bit of formatting we will do, and we will go for other measures also. And other measures are quite simpler, guys. Okay, so visual border we have done, call out value 25. Okay, and let's say little bit of background we will give. Okay, past 3 months we have done. Let's do for and past 3 months we have done. Okay. So dates in period we have used the main time intelligent tax function. Dates in period we have used, and why we have used last date, because you have to find past 3 months. So whatever the last date is there, from that minus 3 we have done month. Okay. So now let's say you have to find for past 6 months also. So what you will do, just do here minus 3, just do minus 6. Okay, and change the name of measure. That's it. Again come here, copy it. See, in first technical round, if that interviewer panelist say, then you have to like means write down in that Google chat or whatever team chat might be there, you have to write that measure into that. So make sure you are little bit understanding the logic why we have used this calculate of this, then why we have used last date, why we have done minus 9 months, because here we are finding past 9 months na, so that is the reason. Now again we will go for past 12 months. So now you can do here and 12. Okay. Now we will replace here measures. So here we will pass off 6 months. Okay. Here we will pass off. Definitely past 12 months value will be bigger, and for past 3 months it will be smaller. Okay. You can see here it will be increasing. Now it will be more than 11, 12, whatever it is. See, around 14 it is. And let's say now here already we are having YTD. So now definitely one basic thing is there, that YTD will have less value than this past 12 months. Okay. I have told you it will definitely have lesser value. The reason why it will have, because it's year to date. Here completely past 12 months means 365 days it has been calculated. Let's say that your last date or today's date was 15th December. So in case of 12 months, it has taken from 15 December 2023 to 15 December 2024. But in case of YTD, it will take from 1st January 2024 to 15 December 2024. YTD will always be started from 1st of January. But in past 12 months, exactly 12 months, it will go back and take it. Okay, so that's the reason why even when I take interview now, so I always ask this question only, that what is the difference between YTD and past 12 months, and why past 12 months will total sale will be always greater than YTD. Okay, so that is also one of the question which I asked to interview, and this understanding you should have. Okay, so guys, today's video is the question which we will cover, which was asked most times in TCS. Okay, Tata Consultancy Services, TCS. In my whole data analytics career, around 3 times I have given interview in TCS, and every time the common question which was asked to me was how to calculate MTD, QTD, YTD in the first technical round. Because this is not the hard question, even not the basic, but falls somewhere near to intermediate level of. Okay, so the most common question this was asked, how to calculate MTD, QTD, YTD. Okay, this falls under time intelligence DAX. You all know that in Power BI there are time intelligence DAX. So in there this falls MTD, QTD, YTD. So MTD stands for month to date, QTD stands for quarter to date, YTD stands for year to date. But before checking all the DAX and properly data validation and all those things, I will tell you the concept about what is MTD, what is QTD, and what is YTD properly, so that you can explain same in the interview. So now what is today's date? Today's date is 25th August. Okay. So now what is MTD? What is QTD? And what is YTD? Okay. Now we will check properly. The full form is month to date, quarter to date, and year to date. So what will be month to date? Month to date will be 1st August to 25th August. That is today's date. Okay. In QTD, it will be 1st July to 25th August. Why 1st July? That also I will explain you. And in year to date, it will be 1st Jan to 25th August. Okay, now here what you have seen is that if today it is taking on the last date is always today's date, because you are going to calculate on today's date na. So if you are calculating month to date, so for example if today's date is 25th August, so August month's first date which is there, from that you will start that, from that it will take calculation. So month date will be 1st August to 25th August. For YTD it will be the first day of this year 2024 फर्स्ट डेट इज 1st of January. तो इसको लेगा ये. इन टर्म्स ऑफ नाउ क्यूटीडी क्या करेगा ये. सो एवरी ईयर देर आर 4 क्वार्टर्स, वी ऑल नो. ठीक है, एवरी ईयर देर आर 4 क्वार्टर्स. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट क्वार्टर? जनवरी टू मार्च. ठीक है, 3 मंथ्स का एक क्वार्टर होता है. ठीक है, हियर आल्सो आई विल राइट प्रॉपरली 3 months is equal to 1 quarter. Okay, January, then April to June, then July to September, and then October to December. ठीक है, तो now if today's date is 25th August, where is 25th August falling? It is falling in the third quarter. ओके, यहाँ पे मैं लिख देता हूँ Q1. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आई विल राइट Q2, यहाँ पे आई विल राइट Q3, और यहाँ पे मैं लिख देता हूँ Q4. ओके, तो ये 25th अगस्त जो डेट है वो थर्ड क्वार्टर में फॉल हो रही है. तो दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई क्यूटीडी will take from 1st July to 25th August. Okay, so now I am 100% sure that your doubt about what is exactly MTD, QTD, YTD, ये आपका डाउट पूरी तरीके से क्लियर हो चुका होगा. Okay, now let's go to this. So how to write DAX? Okay, now in this our data set which is there, you know that the fact table is quite important, means everywhere fact column is table is important. और जो ये value है ना, value we are checking on this value. So on this value we will find MTD value, QTD value and YTD value. तो DAX कैसे लिखने का? तो सबसे पहले एक चीज याद रखो कि MTD, QTD, YTD के सेपरेट DAX है. तो यहाँ पे अगर आप देख सकते हो बहुत सिंपल है लिखने का. See, MTD value is equal to total MTD. Now you are finding MTD value, तो यहाँ पे total MTD ही टैक्स पास करना पड़ेगा. टोटल QTD या YTD तो नहीं पास कर सकते. फिर आपने टोटल वैल्यू का एक इनबिल्ड मेजर है, वो भी मैं दिखाता हूँ, बहुत सिंपल है वो. ठीक है, टोटल वैल्यू का मेजर क्या है? सम ऑफ, अभी जो मैंने फैक्ट टेबल आपको दिखाया था, व्हाट आई हैव शोन यू, फ्रॉम दैट वैल्यू कॉलम सम इज डन. That's it. Okay, so this measure I have passed there, inbuilt measure which is there. Even you can write here like this. Okay, that's some of that value column which is there. Now see, even you can write like this also, but now here already the DAX is made, so that DAX I have passed. ठीक है, and then फिर date कॉलम जो है वो डेट टेबल की हमने पास की है, एंड ये हमने एमटीडी इस तरीके से लिखा है. White, if QTD you will see same DAX. The only difference is here total QTD is passed. Why total QTD is passed? Because now we are finding QTD value. Here on YTD value, now total YTD is passed. It is the most simple DAX. Literally, I am saying in time intelligence function, finding MTD, QTD, YTD is the most simple DAX it is there. और ये जो डेट कॉलम है, डेट टेबल, now check whether it is connected in modeling or not. See, on fact tables, date column is connected. If modeling, if connection is not there, it will not work. यहाँ पे चेक करना है आपको प्रॉपरली. प्राइमरी की सी 1, और यहाँ पे फॉरेन की भी है. ओके, इस तरीके से फिर हमने MTD, QTD, YTD we have found. Now we will take 3 cards. Okay, and now we will pass MTD value here. Now let's do little bit formatting. Okay, okay, now let's do little bit of formatting. effects, I always do on the borders. Okay, ये mtd का you have done. Control C, Control VV. We will need more two cards ना. Okay, तो यहाँ पे हमने we will remove this and we will pass QTD value. Okay, and now we will remove this and we will pass YTD value. ठीक है, this way we have passed these three cards. Now let's see whether those are properly aligned. ठीक है, प्रॉपरली एक लाइन में हमने भी इसको अभी डाल दिया है. इसको थोड़ा ऊपर लेते ना. अभी मुझे एक चीज आपको यहाँ पे बहुत सिंपल है. एमटीडी की वैल्यू सबसे छोटी है, फिर क्यूटीडी की है, एंड देन फिर वाईटीडी की. उसका रीजन क्या है? बहुत सिंपल रीजन है. एमटीडी में खाली फ्रॉम मंथ टू डेट from this example only 25 days data will be calculated. Here around 55 days 1 point जो भी है 1 month 25 days होगा डेटा, और यहाँ पे 7 months and 25 days का होगा. ओके, इस वजह से दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई एमटीडीज वैल्यू इज लेस, स्मॉलेस्ट देन क्यूटीडी की मीडियम है, और वाईटीडी की सबसे बड़ी होगी, एवरी टाइम बड़ी होगी. हाँ, आपके पास डेटा अगर बहुत कम है, दैट ऑल्सो वन एग्जांपल आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू, बट एवरी टाइम आपकी वाईटीडी की वैल्यू ही बड़ी होगी. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा कि एमटीडी की बड़ी है, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. वाईटीडी की सबसे बड़ी रहेगी, या तो सेम रहेगी या तो फिर ये रहेगा, सेम रहेगा, या पक्का वाईटीडी का बड़ा होगा. सेम कौन से सिनेरियो में होगा? इन विच सिनेरियो सेम वैल्यू विल बी देयर? I will tell you in which scenario it will be there. Let's say today's date is 12th of Jan. ठीक है, now 12th of Jan के लिए MTD जो है, QTD जो है, YTD जो है, वो सारे सेम ही हो गए ना. सही है ना? 1st Jan to 12th Jan, करेक्ट. QTD के केस में भी 1st Jan to 12th Jan रहेगा. ओके, YTD के केस में भी 1st Jan to 12th Jan रहेगा. सही है ना? क्योंकि 12th Jan आपकी टूडेज डेट है. तो इस केस में खाली ये, इस केस में MTD, QTD एंड YTD वैल्यूज विल बी सेम. ठीक है, बट यहां पे एक अलग सिनेरियो है, वो आपको समझाऊंगा. अभी एक और सिनेरियो आई विल शो यू. तो एक और सिनेरियो में मैं आपको यहाँ पे दिखाता हूं. ठीक है, नाउ हियर वी विल सी QTD and here we will see YTD. So now you will say how come MTD QTD value is same and YTD का ये है. तो let's check this formula. यहाँ पर हमने क्या किया है? यहाँ पर कैलेंडर डेट्स, डेट टेबल we have taken. Okay, now let's go to calendars date table. Okay, now here we will see. Okay, what is the last date? 28 July. ठीक है, 28 जुलाई इज द लास्ट डेट. मैंने आपको क्या बोला यहाँ पे कि जुलाई में क्वार्टर स्टार्ट होता है. तो यहाँ पे एमटीडी के लिए तो 1st जुलाई टू 28 जुलाई लेगा, और वो क्यूटीडी के लिए भी 1st जुलाई टू 28 जुलाई लेगा ना वो. इस वजह से दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई एमटीडी एंड क्यूटीडी वैल्यूज आर द सेम. ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं मुझे सेम टू सेम, ऐसे ही दिस सेम टू सेम प्रॉपरली ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन दे हैव आस्क्ड to me in TCS company's interview. Okay, properly I have told you everything in this video, exactly what is MTD, QTD, YTD concept. Even one example of 25th August I have shown you properly. I have explained you, even you can take screenshot of this. Then फिर हमने यहाँ पे properly डेटा पे हमारे डेटा पे कैलकुलेट किया. फिर यहाँ पे देखो MTD वैल्यू, QTD, YTD आई, MTD Q, the reason why MTD is the most smallest because only month to date calculation will be there of 20 days 25 days whatever. Here फिर मैंने आपको एक डिफरेंट सिनेरियो बताया है, यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, ठीक है। डिफरेंट सिनेरियो है, अगर 12th जनवरी डेट होगा तो उस केस में उस केस में देन ऑल द वैल्यूज विल बी सेम। लेट से एक अंदर की बात बता दूं कि अगर जनवरी होगा ना मन, तो उस केस में एवरी टाइम सेम ही होगा, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे एक और सिनेरियो मैंने दिखाया, यहाँ पे एमटीडी क्यूटीडी सेम है। क्यों सेम है? क्योंकि वहां पे लास्ट डेट जो थी वो 28 जुलाई थी, एंड 28 जुलाई फॉल्स इन Q3 and the first month also. That's the reason why quarter to date and month to date were same. Okay. So whenever you use the slicer, whether it is import mode direct query, but for direct query live connection specifically, I will tell you. But if you are clicking something on this district, okay, so what happen when you click any value on slicer? Slicers always generate two queries. The one fetches data, okay, and another fetches selection details. ठीक है, slicers always generate two queries, one fetches data, another fetches selection detail. Let's say then here right now we are having four slicers. Let's say 10 8 10 slicers are there, and you will go every time, click here, click this value, then you will click here this select, you will select here. Okay, so every time it will fetch two queries in that case, so the load will be so much. And let's say if import mode is there, so chalo in Power BI only data will be there here itself, you are able to see the data here only. But let case if direct query is there, live connection is there, let's get Power BI data set semantic model which is there sales cube, so that is completely online. You even need internet connection when you are using live connection and direct query. Okay, for import mode you don't need internet connection, it is just needed for map visual. Okay, so you also need internet connection, because for direct query the data is directly on sales cube or OLAP server, so it will go there, hit two times, the data will fetch, selection will be there, so 8 to 10 numbers of slicers are there, then it will definitely degrade the performance of your Power BI report. So what is the solution for that? The best solution is right now I'm going to tell you. Go to insert, go to button, go to apply, ठीक है, take this apply here, just go one step, style little bit increase up to 12, remove this slicer word, apply all is okay, and you can change font to black. Okay, and little bit formatting you, what it will do, that also functionality I will tell you. Now apply all you have done. Okay, now let's take for clear all also. So for clear all, same for clearer also, same setting you can do. Let me use this format painter, it will help little bit, ठीक है, and okay, clear all. So now in this case, earlier what you were doing, you were going to municipality, you were selecting any value, you were going to this district, parish, date, you were going and selecting any values, and on that value specifically one slicer was individually working. But right now, now you click on municipality, select here, you can see nothing happened to your Power BI report, no filter has happened. And even our edit interaction which is there, see edit interaction, it is not done none here, nowhere it is done, it is still filtering. But edit interaction is also not on, nothing, still it's not filtering. Why? Because we have applied all button here. So now in this case what you have to do, you have to just click on all the values from slicer, whatever 8 10 slicers are there here, in our case only 3 are there, and just go and click on this control button, then completely all whatever filters, whatever selection you have done, at a one time, at a one go only it will select or it will filter. Earlier what it was, earlier municipality you have to do, district you have to do, parish you have to do, date you have to do, and one individually slicer was filtering, and slicer generates two queries. But in this case, after apply all button, what change it has happened that there are many slicers you can select, and after that apply all you can do, and same goes for clear all also. After clear all, you can see everything has been cleared in draft. So this is the first thing. It definitely at least 25 to 30%. I have checked this on JMeter. I have checked this on this performance analyzer option which is there on that also, and on Chrome and Edge also. Okay, with our recording, I have checked 25 to 30%. It helps these things. And if your report is related to FMCG domain or all those things, so there are 8 to 10 slicers in that case. Okay, right now, so this is basic project. So there are not, the number of slices are very less, but in that case, it definitely helps. The first thing. Second thing, what you can do now, see if possible, add many things in this filter pane only. So let's say if year is there, okay, let's take this year, and you want to see the data on whatever, for example, 21, 22. So from here only apply the filter. Okay. So completely in this filter only apply. So here completely 20 to 23 data will be there. See, this filter pane will definitely not decrease your performance as compared to the number of slicers on report view. Okay, if anyone asks you question that visual level filter or page level filter or slicers on report view, which will impact report performance wise, so definitely slicers on page. Report level filter affects but not page level or visual level. Okay, that listen properly. Report level filter definitely affects the performance wise but not page level or visual level. ठीक है, and if you are comparing between page level visual level filter and the slicers on the page, definitely performance wise the slicers on the page affects us. Okay, so this is the thing. Second thing what you can do. The third thing is that let's say this parish is there, you can also limit the means values in the slicers. Let's say that now this district municipality is there. Okay, municipality is there. So if you took this municipality, so you can also limit the values from slicers, like you can remove whatever the null and all those things which are there. So see here now blank is there, you can remove this blank as per your data assessment what you have done. If you don't want this value, you can remove this, and then lock this filter pane and check. So now you have limited the values on this filter. So the values which you don't want, or as per the requirement gathering, data assessment, data mapping, what you have done, if any record is not needed, that also you can filter out from there. So you can limit the values on filter. Okay, so these were the three things. The first most important thing was that slicer always generate two queries. One fetches data, the second fetches selection details. Okay, so if there are many slicers, so one by one if you are selecting, two times queries are going, and in case of direct query live connection, so definitely it will impact. So apply all and clear all are the best thing you should do. This is the best thing. 25 to 30% it impacts. I have checked that on JMeter, Google Speed, that one tool is there on that also, performance analyzer, and on Chrome and Edge also manually I have checked with stopwatch and recording. Second thing was to apply filter in page level filter only, like year and all those things, month. And third thing was to limit the number of values in the visual. So these are the three things what we do to optimize the slicers. Also you can reduce the size of slicers or the text size and all those things. These basic things you can do, but it will not impact much. 0.5 to 1% only it will help you. Okay, so these were the three things what you should do to optimize the slicers.